Hello everybody, hope you guys are doing well. I must admit, I'm very tired. It's do you know what? I think I need that green screen. Alright, give me 1 second guys, let me get green screen up for you guys. Just remember, because of the layout that we've done in the stream, it kind of like requires the green screen just to look good. So let me just really quickly set up, and then we can have this massive discussion that we're going to have today. A truly good discussion. I've got good news, great news, bad news as well. Annoying news. That's green screen up. How's that? Cut is perfect. Okay. Hello everybody, hope you guys are all doing amazing. My name is Benjamin, welcoming all of you lovely people to a better place than it be. On this broadcast, we're going to be talking about a few things. First, holiday. I'm officially back. It was absolutely lovely. I must admit, I've had so much fun in the last few days. I'm tired. I don't know. I think I'm just naturally tired because we've been driving for hours and hours and hours. We literally just arrived about, 20 minutes, not even that, less than 20 minutes ago. For some reason, I'm really out of breath. I think it's just because I'm a bit panicky because of the second situation, which I'll talk about in a minute. And yeah, I'm in a weird situation because of that. Basically, my phone died. As you guys know, I have a Samsung S7 Edge. Been using it for years now. I absolutely love the phone. I hate the phone at the same time, but I love the phone. But yeah, it died today. Literally just stopped working. Looking at our policies and stuff, and it says it still counts if I take it from my house back here, so I'm fine in that situation. But literally no damage to it, almost brand new phone, and yes, it's had it for a long time, but it's never had an issue like this, and all of a sudden it's just went kaput. Literally was listening to music in a car, all of a sudden black screen, and it hasn't turned on since. I've got it on charge now to see maybe I need to force it on charge. I don't think that's even going to do it. It's so hard now not having a phone because it means that I can't log into Facebook, to Twitch anymore by authorization, so I've had to remove that. If I have any issues with my Steam, I can't log into that. Issues with Origin, can't log into that. Like some of my business stuff, I can't even access now, like my Coinbase accounts or anything like that, because I literally have, there's all authorization for my phone. And you can't remove authorization without having a phone, so they can send you a text message. So it's like, it's really, really annoying. I do have this phone here, which is an iPhone 7, I believe. What's my password? This phone was given, this is a work phone, so this isn't actually my own device. I think I might have to just temporarily use this as a main phone because I literally have nothing else. So this is an iPhone 7. iPhone 7, how much capacity it's got? It's got 250 gigs, so it's got way more enough capacity than I need for a phone. The other annoying thing is it's not got any of the stuff that I use, which is going to be so annoying. It's got none of my banking stuff, it's got nothing. My Monzo account is on my phone. I hope I can connect to my Monzo account. Can I connect to my Monzo now? I hope so, because that scares me now. Mon's account's got like over £1,000 in it. It should be connected to my email. It should be connected to my email. I'm gonna have to download Monzo on my phone. I know it's connected to my email, so that's fine. But it is kind of scary knowing that I'm locked out of my phone. And that's, do you see what I'm saying? It's going to cause me so many issues not having that phone working. I use that phone for everything. It's almost as bad as it being stolen, It's going to destroy everything that I do from day to day now without that phone sorted out. So that's really, really, really annoying for me. So yeah, the best thing I can do at the current moment is to see if it's possible to get this phone here working with my SIM card. Because it's already wiped. I do not know if it's unlocked. I really don't know. I want to see if there's a way to check.
I don't have an answer.
That's fine, silly. Is there like a website you can go to, like Unlock Checker? I don't know. Notice. Yeah, IMEI.info. Apparently that's a thing. Check IMEI to get it out. Take a look. See if it pops up. I'm hoping it is unlocked because then I can do so much more on this phone. I'm not gonna jailbreak it or anything like that because I never did my other one either. I have no intention to jailbreak or root any of my phones at the moment because what we've got here. I don't think it's going to be free to check. It costs $9.99 to check. So evil. I want to check. I need a way to check for free. Sell on .net usually checks. But they don't really check, they just tell you the price it's going to cost to actually do it. At least that's something to know anyway. This is an iPhone 7. I have no idea what network is on. It's just... I need like a pin so I can check. I don't have a SIM card tray pin, which is not very good. I'm stressing. I want to show you guys, but I want to tell you guys about this game idea, but I'm gonna wait for some people to come down first, and then I'm gonna go kind of crazy with that because there's a lot of stuff to tell you guys. So it's a very small hole, but I don't know if I've got the stuff I need for it. So let me just take a really quick look around my room, see if I can find anything at all that can just fit in that hole. Just about too big. Just about. Oh, it does not look like. It does not look like I have any like small that would do it. Seems like I need an earring. Kind of that size, you know. And I don't have any. You can try that, but I don't think that's. The thing is, I need to get the SIM card out of the first phone to put it in the new one anyway, so I definitely like a pin. Like, it's going to be impossible to do anything without at least having one of those pins. You know? And it needs to be a strong one as well. I don't know, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do because it doesn't look like I have one. So I might just kind of have to just try this thing, and if this doesn't work, then I might have to go buy one, which sucks. Oh, it's not good. None of this is good at all. None of it is. And I know for a fact this is too big. It looks big. Yep, way too big. Oh. Hey Taran, how you doing, buddy? So, yeah, that's some pretty crap news, sadly. I physically don't have screw bits that are thin enough for the phone. I just don't have them anywhere. This could probably do it, but it could also not do it. These are thin and they are very strong. Are they thin enough? That's the question. It is! Freaking coil! Big coil, boys. Okay. Because my phone is gone. So, my S7 Edge, pristine condition. Yes, I've got a little bit of that scratch there, but this phone I've had for 4 years. Look how good I looked after it. I looked after this phone so well. Not a scuff, not a scratch. It's had such a strong case and everything. It died today. Just turned off. So I'm hoping that I can get this screw. Yes, they both opened up. This is so good for me. 128 gigs hard storage right here. Can't even use it. I want to see if it's possible to put my SIM card in my work iPhone and actually get reception. If it does, I'm so lucky. If it doesn't, I'm screwed for the time being. Because then what I'm going to have to do then is unlock the iPhone. I don't want to, but let's just see. See what it does. Activation required. Which means Advin is phone locked. It's saying it's gonna take a few minutes, but we'll just see what it does. I'm scared. The SIM card you've installed this phone is not from my net provider. Does not support on the activation policy current assigned to activation server. See if this stuff will do. I don't think it will, but no. Phone is not. Oh, rest in peace. Yep, F's in chat for my phone, man. Honestly, this phone I spent $1,000 on when I first got this phone. £1,000. Hey, doing Foxtrot, and it's dead. Look, it's basically brand new. It's a brand new phone. I really looked after this very well. In the case that I could sell it. And all of a sudden it's just not working. I'm hoping it's battery, but actually I'm not hoping it's battery. I hope it's just gonna reset itself up back up. I don't know. It literally just turned off. It literally just turned off, and it's really saddening me. It's making me very upset. Cause like, what can I do? You know? Literally today, not even 2 hours ago. I was literally on the way back home, in the car, listening to music, and then just turned off. No Samsung logo, no nothing, it just turned off. Never had a phone do that to me before, till today. Literally just shut off for me. The thing is, I can use this phone without a SIM card. But it means no one can call me, no one can WhatsApp me, no one can do anything. You know? Which is not good. I've put it in a charger. It's not work. It's not doing anything. It's not even showing up the Samsung logo or anything. I literally don't know what to do. I think the best thing I could do for now is literally just let the battery die out and hope that that resurrects it. There is no determining if that's going to do anything, but that is my hope. Anyways, actually, one more thing we're doing, then we're going to go to the main topic for today, because we're doing this chat. Because I got to tell you guys about a new game that we're going to start working on from tomorrow. As you can see by the title, we're going to make a brand new game for you guys. Not just for you guys, we're going to try actually advertise this as a game on like Steam. I want to get this on the Switch as well, if possible. If we can low poly the game enough that I can actually go on the Switch, that'd be cool. I don't even know what network this phone is registered to. Does THU-FRI know? He doesn't even know. He doesn't know. How would I know? Wow, if that is new, well, that is new for me. It hasn't happened on my smartphone, not even turned on, and it's like, bro, it's been fine for a long time. It literally just got to a point where the battery's been playing up in the last couple of days, which it kind of does all the time anyway. But honestly, today it just decided, it was like, nope, I'm done, and it just switched off. Never had that happen to me before, honestly, dude. Never had it happen to me before, and it's such a weird feeling. I've had that phone for 4 years, guys. Like, can you imagine? That's why I feel so weird about this whole situation. Like, 4 years I've had this phone. The only other thing I can suggest is throw it in like a crappy phone, you know, for now. Yeah, I got more phones in this house, but that was my favorite phone. That was the only phone I used, you know. I wonder how much it's going to cost to unlock it. Probably like 30 quid, I think, usually. The thing is though, I don't know what network it's registered to. I'm just going to guess it's O2 known to him. Oh, I'm going to tell you guys in a second. What's this? $40. Fuck me. No, that's not happening. Oh, I'll go on eBay. eBay will be cheaper. Way, way cheaper. I knew it'll be about £30. That's for sure. It's just annoying, man. It's annoying. But what I'm also thinking of doing is if I get the phone sent off to my insurance company, I spend £100, they'll give me another one. So there's that. That's a pro. For 4 years to have a phone is a good road to keep in. Exactly, dude. Do you want to see the case? I like a military edition case, bro. Right, watch this. There's my case. There's no reason. I'm literally gonna have to put it in this Windows phone as a plan B for now. I'll get my phone sorted out. Look at this case, bro. This is the case I had it in. Military edition. It's drop proof. It's this case. Look, this case took the beating. You see it? It took the beating. This is how it goes. I'll show you. That's why the phone is in such good condition. Look. Snaps on all the way around. Full protection all the way around. Back and sides, extra protection. And it's been like this for 4 years. Look at the strength on that. Look how beefy that is now. Even had like a waterproof marker thing to make sure it was waterproof. The front case, what's it made of? The blue bit is plastic, as you can imagine, but the rubber goes around the top and the bottom, so it will never actually touch the plastic ever. Like, it physically can't, because it hit the rubber surface first before. And this bit is indented, so it can't actually hit that, so it always hit the sides first. And those are protected by that. Look, you can see it. You can see the strength in the freaking... This case took a beating. And the phone came out, not even a scratch on it. And I've had this phone for a long time. It's not like I didn't drop the phone or anything. It's wear and tear been in my pockets. That's about, look at the back. It's like brand new. Not even a scratch on it. Screen, immaculate. It's like I've never used it. Do you know what I mean? There's no reason. Not been opened, nothing. Not the frame, the screen. What, the actual screen? What, this bit of the screen? I don't know if you can see it. There's nothing wrong with it, dude. It's basically brand new. Don't make no sense. Don't make no sense. So of course, I might end up calling an insurance company tomorrow and see what they can do. It's gonna cost me 100 quid, but is they give me another one? So which bit are you talking about? This frame? Which part of it? The top of the frame? There's nothing wrong with it. The case. What's wrong with the case? Why? I don't know why the case will do anything to it. The case is strong. It's tempered glass. Oh, you mean the screen bit? Do you mean this screen? It's tempered. Yeah, the screen tempered. It hasn't got like drop protection. It's not like glass. I think it's like a type of plastic, I think. But because of the way the case is designed, it's physically impossible for it to land on the screen. If it lands on the side, it always hit these first because the way it's designed, it's inwards and these bits are more outwards. So if it lands on the side, if it lands on its face, it will, without a doubt, I don't know if you can see by the design, it will always hit these bits first. It's a really good case, bro. I told you, very good case. I think I spent about 50 quid on this case a long time ago, 4 years, and it's dead. Meds, how you doing, buddy? Anyway, let's stop talking about phones. We'll deal with this tomorrow and cry about it all day long. One second, I was in. We have plans for a brand new game. Okay, so as you guys know, I'm a video game developer. It's something I've been doing for the last 7 years now. I was talking to some people over the weekend, having some ideas with Jay while I was out on a little retreat. And I thought to myself, well, one thing that came up, I'll explain how this all started. So someone did a post on Twitter and said, there is over on every channel, as YouTube, Twitch, The Live, Trovo, all of them, YouNow, Periscope, all of them, there is over 10 million streamers right now. So what makes your content different to everybody else's? And that kind of made me think. So yes, I think my streams are kind of fun. We hang out, we chill out, we do little community events, stuff like that. But the differentiation of my streams and loads of other people's streams is the fact that I'm a developer. But I realized that I don't really use my developing skills for my live streams. And it kind of made me think, probably I should start doing development streams again. You know, showing you guys live game development, making a game with you guys live on stream, having some fun, allowing you guys to put your own creativity spin and stuff into the games that we make. And, you know, maybe in the future make channel-based games where, like we did in the past, where we had games on Twitch where we played a game in VR and people on Twitch could jump in, well, not Twitch, but in a chat, they could do things and they can influence your world. Things like that was really fun interaction games. But the whole world of crossplay is such a big thing and such a niche thing and a thing that not a lot of people get done right. And I was really thinking about, I think it's time that we put the time into making a game, not focusing too much on the art, because, you know, I'm not an artist, but more into the actual gameplay, the coding, all that lovely stuff, which you guys like to learn as well as you like to do on stream sometimes. So I was thinking, let's aim for a big game. And I mean a big game. I mean a game that you could play on your PlayStation 4/5, a game you could play on your Nintendo Switch, a game you could play on your computer on Steam, if I can get it greenlit, which would be cool. Also a game that you can get on your Xbox Ones, you know, game you can play on your, I don't know about tablets and phones yet. That could be looked at in the future, but for now, I want to kind of approach all major consoles, because I feel like doing so could be, one, good for us as a community. We'll grow really quick. You guys will influence the title we make, because every stream I do, I want you guys to give me full feedback, what you guys think, or if this is coming out good, or it should do this, or it'd be really cool if you had this type of thing in the game. Just things like that, you know, making very, very fun different add-ins and add-ons onto these games. So make it more community based if you can. Like I have thought of custom stuff. Thank you so much for Famstar, buddy. I need loads of those, by the way, just say loads of them. But yeah, like literally you guys have been, as my community, been able to actually influence my development, which I think will be really cool. So I'm talking about literally I'm making vehicles and you guys suggest, oh, it'd be really cool if the vehicles could also do this. And I'll be like, oh, that's a good idea. Add it to my list. Add it to my list. Add it to my list. And then we'll add all these little cool features and things, and then we can actually get the game released. Just things like that, I think it would be very cool to do. Like, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of development streamers, very indie streamers. This project technically will classify as an indie, even though I'm going to aim for a AAA title, but I think it's got potential. 6, hey buddy, I'm glad you made it. But yeah, I've really sat and thought about what we should do, what the name is, and yeah. Dan, when did you start streaming? And welcome back. I started streaming half an hour ago. Bad news 6, my phone died. It's dead. Don't turn on. It just turned off for me, bro. Really crap. I'm gonna have to speak to my insurance company and see if they can send me a new phone. I'm gonna have to pay 100 quid for it, but my phone is dead. It's literally not turning on. I've charged it, I've done everything. I've tried to turn it on in recovery mode, nothing. It just was on the way back in the car, listening to music, literally Spotify, and it just switched off. Just no noise, no nothing, just off. And it hasn't been on since. Really annoying. And what scares me the most is all of my cards and all my important information is on this phone. My Monzo card, which has the money for my house, is on this phone. That's me moving soon. It's tied to this phone. Yeah, I'm a bit broken it in loads of places. As soon as I remembered Monzo, I've been sweating since, because I was like, oh my god, all the money that I have saved now for me to get a place, I can't even access it until I get a new phone. Which is so crap. Time for a new one. Yeah. You can't take them. It's Samsung. It's internal. You can't just take the battery out, sadly. I wonder how hard it is to repair these phones actually. Yeah, it's very easy. Yeah, this guy did it and broke his phone, guys. It's adhesive phones. Oh, of course it is. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not touching it. I'm not breaking warranty. There's no warranty on the phone anyway, but I'm not. No. What can you access? Nothing. I can't turn it on. Can't even turn it on. We should try and make a big game so we can learn how to make bigger. That's what we're gonna do, Meds. That's literally what we're gonna do. So let me explain you guys what I thought so far of this game, because at this point I want it to be recorded so we can kind of look back at this stream and be like, do you know what? This was the original idea. Storyboard. You know. So I wanted to call the game "Our World Is on Fire." And the concept of the game, I think, is insane in a good way. Okay, so the game is called Our World Is on Fire. And the premise of the game is a sandbox. Well, not so much a sandbox, but in a sense, a sandbox. It's a sandbox game where you play the game in first person. And I had to my welfare turned off first, and I would have been. It's fine, but it's okay. So yeah, you play the game in first person, and the premise of the game is for you to basically become a millionaire as fast as possible. But a millionaire in 2020. So as you can imagine, this is going to be a game of crime, pure crime. And it's the premise of trying to see how well you can get away with everything. It's going to be multiplayer, hopefully cross-play as well, which I think will be cool. And the idea of it is it's a first-person game. You start off, maybe, I was thinking of making it so you came in through border control, giving in your document, you know, first-person perspective, enter into the country, border control, you know, put your passport table, that's where you generate your name, you know. Really cool. There's a whole line of people. Going one by one. Also, question mark VR support. I don't know yet. Could be cool. By the way, so you put in your first name. So you type in your first name on PC or Xbox, then your surname, and it saves it. You type in your age. You know, minimum 18, of course, because the game has to be an 18, 100%. And you go through border control. And then it asks you where do you stay, and a map will pop up, and you can choose a couple of locations where you want to start off your business, your life, your business, your house and stuff. And you pick one of the 4 to 5 places where you want to pick. Which one you want. Puts there. He goes, all right. Oh, your papers are fine. Welcome back home, type of thing. And the screen will go black or fade to black, whatever happens to be. And then. Yeah, so your house is a crap hole. It's crap as anything, you know. You walk in, from that point onwards, you're freaking. Actually, no, I think probably a slight tutorial, very slight one. But the premise is you'll be outside the house now. It asks you to go inside your house, unlock your door, go to your door, you unlock your door, you go inside. Bed, literally box room, bed, you know, sofa, crap sofa. I can find a nice crap sofa. Laptop in the corner, yeah. Might have, I don't know what we're gonna do for starting vehicles for now. Maybe a bicycle, bicycle or something. But the premise of the game is you use your laptop and your phone a lot, as you would do in 2020 when it comes to drug crime and stuff like that. And you can get jobs, and the jobs are made by both players and AI. And the premise is you need to go to a location, fulfill an order, and drop off the order. Whether that be anything, it could be this guy wants you to rob a house for you at this location, and you have to drive to said location, break into their house without getting it detected, and steal whatever loot you can, you know. But the premise of it is there's no time when it has to be done. It just has to be done. So what that means is you can stake the house out and wait for it to be nighttime, where, you know, there's gonna be less people walking around, or you can do it in the middle of the day, you know. Like, the house will be, I don't know if we're gonna make it so the house is empty or not empty, but I want the idea of you walk into the house, you pick locking the door as a little mini game of you pick locking. Don't know how we're gonna do it in VR or non-VR, but I just think it'd be cool having a little. I like those little challenging things where it takes longer to do things, where you keep failing and you go, okay, try again. Tools won't break, but the idea of it is the longer you take, the more noticeable it is. Because people are walking down the street, they're gonna notice you. If someone notices you, they're calling the police, you know, type of thing. You break into the house, you sneak in. Do you leave the door open? Do you shut the door? Things like that would be very important to know. Because some people will leave the door open, you know, and go in. And, you know, if no one's inside and you clearly smash people robbing a house, you know, people are going to call the police if they walk past your door open. So it's like things like that you've got to think about. So you can shut the door. But the problem is if someone's reported it, you know, they're going to try, you know, so if someone's reported it, the police are going to try to turn up to the house, you know. So there's a robbery, someone's robbed someone at this location, at this house, and the police are going to come to that door. It's also a situation as well where if you shut the door, what's the chances of the door shutting and not open back up again? You have to pick the lock back to get out of the house. Like, things like that make the situation so much harder. Is there alarms going off? Taron, thanks for follow. Is there alarms in this house? Is there security in the house? There's loads of factors. And also as well, I like the idea of you going to drawers, open up the drawers, but are you wearing gloves? If you're not wearing gloves, you're leaving prints, things like that. Is there CCTV cameras outside? You know, the car you're using, is the plates traceable? Like, are they registered to you? Are they registered to something like that? Do you know what I mean? Like things like this. Like, did you change the plates in your car? Loads of stuff, you know. And you know, you take as much stuff as you can. You then want to drive it to, you know, a pawn shop or drop it off for a job or whatever it is, you know. And on the way back, there could be, you know, there could be cameras that could be looking for your car. Maybe your car's hot now and there's police waiting, like looking for that car that the car's registered. Or, you know, police detecting with a gun and you realize you're speeding, you know. There's loads of factors which you got to think about. And the idea of being able to do this with your friends, I feel would be kind of fun, and in a non-criminal way, as in doing it on a computer screen and not in real life, because that's pretty dumb. Like, the idea of it doing first person, I think the first person gives it more of a challenge, and on top of that, it's multiplayer, so it's going to be fun. Like, someone could be on Xbox, someone could be on PS4, and you guys should hopefully be able to play together. Or someone could be on Switch and you guys can play with him, you know. Drive around the entire game. Like, I'm hoping for big maps, like really big maps. I mean, talking like 10-minute drives to locations sometimes, if I can. That would be fun. So if you get into a police chase, you're in it for a while, you know. And this is not an instance game. So what I mean by an instance game is where, let's say I play GTA Online and I want to go do a mission, or I do a race. It takes me out of the main game, or it takes the players on one, but takes them into like a private session. I want it to be live the entire time. So while you're doing a chase, or while you're like, okay, so you're robbing a house and a player just happens to pass by, and he could be a dick and just, you know, anonymously call the police and say that there's a crime in this area, and maybe just dispatches a police car to the area. Let's say middle of the night, you know, he's happened to be wrong place, wrong time. And the police guard notices, walks around, scanning the area for any issues, and he sees the door open. Runs in, see what's in there. If he's not in there, he goes to investigate, see if he can find any clues, blah 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 blah. You know, puts a police line up. You know, there's loads of things I think will be cool to do. You should do like when you friend someone, they will be next to you and have a bridge so they can trade. So when they trade, they can help you out with stuff. What do you mean? I need more context to that. You should do it like when you friend someone, they will be next to you. So do you mean like a party system? Because the thing is, the way I want to do it is, there's two ways you can do it. One is so that everybody has their own business, which I think makes sense. I feel like everybody has their own house, you know, but I want there to be warehouse and stuff that you can have, and you can make groups or crews or however way you want to call it. I want to just call it the group system, where you can invite people to your group or gang, or, you know, and you guys can do jobs in the benefit of the gang or group, which goes into the group's pot, which the leader can distribute in any way they want, you know. Like, there's some amount of money, how much would you like to withdraw? This. Do you want to withdraw to a certain person? Or do you want to withdraw equally? Do you want to do a percentage thing? Those are stuff. You should get a broadcast on radio. Yeah, I'll try to do all of that. Wait, when you say broadcast on radio, do you mean like a radio station, or do you mean like a radio system where you can radio your friends? Because I'm pretty sure I'll be making a proper phone system where you could phone a group, or maybe have like a third party name for WhatsApp and have WhatsApp groups, you know, so you can do group messages to each other or group calls to each other, but everyone can be on the same boat channel, you know. And I think Mumble supports games. Let me just check Mumble. Mumble shop. What devices does it work on? Worst case scenario, I can find another alternative for what there's many, like, yeah, distance I thought it would be. Because distance also console, I believe, as well. Don't know if it works with Switch, but there's many ways. Works with Android, iOS, Windows, magically. Not Mac OS and iOS, but not console. Doesn't work with console though. That would have been nice to use actually, I must admit, but that's a dark rift. It was just probably wrong when we use the dark rift system. Anyway. Benjamin, what streaming episodes are you streaming on beside Twitch and Live? I'm streaming Twitch to Live. I'm on Trovo, trovo.tv/BenHoTNP. I'm also on YouTube at youtube.com/Ben Snow Gaming Assassin. No, Snow Gaming Videos. It should all be in the description, I think. You should see it. Like when you're in a police chase. But the thing is, why? And the reason why I say that is, if you're in a real life and you're in a police chase, you don't have a radio system to know you're getting chased by police. You know, you hear sirens and they're chasing you down and they're trying to get you to stop. And if they don't get you to stop, they will start trying to T-bone you if they can. If they can't T-bone you, they will try to ram you off the road or spin you out or whatever it is, you know. By the way, the AI system is going to be hard. I am not proficient in AI, but we're gonna try. It can be refactored, redone. It could take us months to get AI right, you know. But it doesn't have to make a main. I want to get a main good attempt on the actual gameplay itself, the physical driving, the physical movement from A to B, doing jobs, accessing a laptop, because I want the laptop to actually work like an actual laptop does. So literally, you go on a laptop, it zooms into the laptop, and you can, you know, use it, like physically click stuff on it, and it will load up web pages, load up the dark web. Like literally, would type in the dark web website like an onion link, a random one I would just make up from the top of my head, and it will load up the web page. And then on the website, you can like look for jobs and search for a job and whatever it is. I think it'll be cool. I think it's a really cool game idea. Our world on fire. What do you guys think? What do you guys think to the idea? Do you think it'd be cool? You think there's changes that we should do? What do you guys think? I want your honest opinions, guys, because if everybody supports the idea, we'll just start working on it. Because literally, the plan is to start working on this idea from tomorrow. I have assets already, which I can use for movement already, which I've already paid for. There's gonna be guns and stuff, which guns are gonna be hard to get, as you know, because in real life it's hard to get guns. It's easy to get knives, you know, but hard to get guns. And it's like, what if you have a job where you gotta rob a car? You know, what do? You can't knife a window, you know. You can't just get them out like that. You gotta wait for them to stop, drop on the door, smash the window. You know what I mean? There's loads of things you gotta do, loads of things, and yeah. The thing is, I want to get people to do game testing throughout the development, because there's going to be a lot of testing to do. There's going to be a lot of networking testing to do as well. Make sure things are stable, FPS tests for people's hardwares, loads of stuff. Also, as I said, the game will want it to be cross-play. I'm going to originally design the controls to work with Xbox controls, so I can get mapped for PS4 as well, and then get some more controls for PC. So the PC controls are not going to be that hard. It's going to be like maybe a couple of extra buttons, but that's literally it. I want it to be super easy. An action key to open up a door, action key to this, use the joystick to do this, or mouse. Do you know what I mean? I want it to be super simple, because I want this to be playable by everybody. I want it to be a nice fun game where it's like, you know what, I've got an hour, why don't we go try a job, you know, make some cash for our character. And I want the situation, before I read the chat, I want the situation to be like, so the point you're doing all these jobs, so as you know, you want to get rich, you want to have a nice house, you want to have nice cars, so you use the money to buy weapons, buy vehicles. So when it comes to the vehicle system, you can buy them legally, you can buy them illegally. Because you know, most of the stuff you're going to be doing illegal anyway, you're probably better off buying it legally, but illegally it could be priced higher or lower. There's going to be a standard fee, which is going to be by the AI. There's also going to be one done by players. The players will have their own market. They can put their own vehicles that they've stolen and hidden in their garages for sale, and people can buy it from them, and it will just be imported and sold and chopped off to the whoever buys it, type of thing. so you can put your own price, reasonably priced. So knowing what type of car it is, what type of engine, what type of this, what type of that is, it will have a stock minimum price anyway, and then they can raise it as much as they want. You know, if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell. You can take it off the market. You know, but it's all going to be on the black market on that system. There's all going to be a core system as well, where you know you can buy from other players, other AI players, both legally and illegally. So legally, it'll be normal stock price cars. Illegal will be stolen cars. You can buy legal cars, but if you do crime in it, it's gonna get traced back to you. So it's like, do you change your plates? You gotta remember to put it in plates. Like, are you gonna use it for a normal job? Are you just gonna use it as an ATP car, a run around? You know, that's how are you planning to do it? Because you can remember that if you're driving from A to B and you get stopped, or your car gets picked up on a radio as stolen plates, you know, it's supposed to be registered to this, but it's on this car. You know, police can't come after you like that before you even got to the job. And you gotta remember as well, it could take 20 minutes for you to drive to a job. You know, that's the whole point of this. I want it to be as close to real as possible. You know, it takes time. If you live in Manchester and you're going to do something in London, you have to drive from Manchester to London. That's going to take you an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours to drive there, just to get there before you do your crime, and then you could drive back. You know, and it's like, okay, if I'm driving into there and I do my crime and I've got my vehicle now, what do I do with the car that I have here? Am I going to leave it? You know. You gotta think about all this stuff. Like, do you do job on your own? Do you job with someone else? Do you borrow a car? Do you get them to drop you off at the site? You know, there's a lot of things to think about, and the AI as well is going to be a bit difficult because I want to have AI drivers, as in driving around the city, people you can rob, people you can just do petty crimes to. I want it to be a situation where the police are AI. I don't want no police officer players. None. I think games abuse it. I've played 5M servers all my life. I think when I play GTA, it's horrible. I don't want no cops that are player run. I want all cops to be AI controlled. And that way we can go kind of crazy with it. Like helicopters that will scan buildings, houses that have marijuana in it, and it's actually brewing marijuana, and they're able to actually scan and see by infrared the smoke, you know, things like that. Or if you see the plants outside, like they will get detected. Like, what are you gonna do when you're on a job, but you know you get a tip off that they're about to raid your house? What do you do? do you quit your job and go back? Okay, you can finish your job whenever you want, you know. But when you get there later on, I don't know if the people are never be home now, you know. So it's like, how are you gonna do it? So the idea of it is, I don't want it to be a time limit on a job. I want it to be like, okay, this is the location. There's a car that I really want. That's it. You know, I'll pay you this much if you get the car for me. Do you want to take the job or not? You see a job? Cool. Add it to your list to do. You know, you go to the job, you get the car, you bring it to location, he pays you. Simple. You know, you bring the car hot, he ain't gonna take it from you. You know, he's gonna be like, nope, you're hot, mate. There's police officers right outside of you. You know, get them out of the location first. Do a little loop around. You know, like peekaboo. That's how I want to do it. I want it to be. I want to make a better version of GTA, if that makes sense. GTA smashed driving mechanics, I must admit. Some of it is a bit naff, I must say, but most driving mechanics are pretty spot on. I want to recreate that, but more focusing on the crime, which is not what GTA didn't do. I think GTA focused on the aesthetics and the funness, so they can have replayability. I want it to be so fun that you just want to spend all day doing crime. Like what happened with Payday 2 when it came out, you know, all you want to do is rob banks all day. I want it to be like that. Let me catch up with chat. Benjamin, what do you think about Trover? Is it good? Do you think I should try it? Trover is amazing. Incredible. Incredible. Highly recommend. Highly recommend. Laura, peekaboo. 6. Not bad sounding. What's on my mind is this big ass breakfast burrito. Oh god, stop. I feel sick right now. Just traveling is making me want to throw up, so I'm just like, bleh. You have some amazing journey. Yeah, thank you. Will it be on 5M? No. This is not going to be a GTA server. See, that's the thing I had to think about as well. Is, do I want to do this as a GTA mod? Because it could fit as a GTA mod. But I don't want it to be a GTA mod. I want it to be its own game. The reason why is because then we get full control of everything. we get full control of the vehicles we have in the game. We can have customization on the vehicles as well. So I want it to be a system where maybe you guys could upload your vehicles to a community site and we can sit, review them, and potentially add them to the game. Things like that, you know. You want your own game. Yeah, basically. I've made so many games for other people. I want my own proper PS4, Xbox One game. It's time. I was thinking, I'm 25 now. It's time we have our own proper game, you know. And because it's just mainly programming, the art can come later. It could be basic as anything right now. As long as it works, the art can come. You know, we can get someone to FUD stuff for us, so it looks super high quality when you're nearby, and it looks crappy when you're far away because you won't notice it anyway. And then as you drive around, it will just look incredible everywhere you go. Far maps, close maps. You know, that's how it should be. Big cities as well. Want a lot of driving. Like towns are spaced out, you know, like very far apart. Long drives. Well, I've got vehicles already, but what I really want to do as well is I know 5M have car mods, and I'm going to attempt to see if I can rip out cars, because the thing is, the vehicles that they make for the 5M community, they're free, you know, they're literally free to go, ready to rock, free for the community, zero royalty, go crazy, you know, so I can use them in any project if I can get them out of GTA. So I'm looking at systems to see if I can rip that file and turn it into an object file, and then I can put it in Unity and put it in the game. That'd be cool. Well, how do you make a game? Because it sounds hard. It's not so much as hard. It's more as hard to get the idea across exactly how you want it. That's what's hard about it. Because there's many ways, many ways to get your idea across, but it's how you get it across. What kind of game do we have planned? You've missed it. I've just explained. It's big. It's a big. So, in a nutshell, it is a game where you are a criminal and you want to create your own criminal empire. Whether that be boosting cars, whether that be robbing houses, whether that be having a stash house for marijuana or other drugs, and having people look after it, and having people brew it, and what the police do when they see things going on, what happens if you're robbing a house and a police officer sees it, you know, things like that. What happens if you go for a speeding camera and your car's illegal, or you go for a normal camera and your car's, you know, your plates are bad, like loads of stuff like that. There's a lot that I want to do for this game, a lot, and I want to get crossplay. I want to get on Switch if I can as well. That'd be cool. So just start if you can. Kind of. I want to make the ultimate. I want to make the ultimate first-person robbery game. Take big things from GTA, big things from Thief Simulator, and pump it full of steroids. It's kind of what I want to do. Like little things like you rob a house, get away with it. You know, you go in there to steal a couple watches and you get away. But you forgot about two things. One, you forgot to wear gloves. So your gloves are all over the furniture, inside the doors, inside the house, on the front door, near the locks, you know. So they've got your prints. They find the prints registered to you already, coming after you, you know. They also see your car on the CCTV, so they know your car is now wanted. So they wait on their cameras looking for those plates, or the last plates on the address, you know, the CCTV, the camera that's in the area, you know. They spot all of that. There's so many things we want to do. It's going to be complicated. It's going to take a long time to make. It potentially could take up to over a year. But what I really want to know is, are you guys wanting to stick for the ride? Because I'm happy to make this game live on stream with your influencers, guys, on stream while we make it. I mean, full development. Every day we work on it, because The reason I'm thinking of it is because everybody can do gaming. Everybody can. Tell me someone who can't, you know? But not many people can make a AAA. I'm not saying I have the skills to make a AAA, but I have the ambition to. And all my projects are very ambitious, and they always have been. And I see potential that this game could be something crazy. You know? I think it sounds insane, and I think it can be done. I know the networking. I know most of the networking I need. Not too sure about the downloading bit, because I need to look into that, but, you know, potentially in the future. It's got a whole year of development, you know? I don't know. You have to make everyone think that about what they're doing. And it sounds good. I'm glad it sounds cool. Oh yeah, neutral will be 6 at the end. But the reason why, what about PC compatibility? Yes, so I want it to be on PC, I want it to be on Xbox, and I want it to be on PS4 as a minimum. I also want to get Switch support as okay if I can. My big worry though, I must say, with the Switch support is current Dauntless game. It's shocking quality, really bad. But as the game is quite sandboxy, where there's less controlled states going on, if that makes sense. So you driving from A to B, it's quite just driving, you know, you're just going on, just driving the thing. There's not too many things going on in the background. I'm hoping it means there's going to be enough memory for the Switch to allow me to put more into the graphics. Because, you know, we still got to keep 60 FPS, that's a must. And luckily I've got quite decent hardware here, so I shouldn't have issues developing it, but testing it is when it's gonna fall downhill. But once I've got a really good PC version, you know, I could approach it to freaking Sony and be like, you guys want to invest some money into this to get this put on your console? Give me my PlayStation 4 dev kit, PlayStation 5 dev kit, put ray tracing in it, you know, get it on the Sony store, and also at the same time say to them that I've got a contract ready with Microsoft. I want to get this game, I want to put every platform, including Nintendo if I can. I mean, 18 plus game for Nintendo. Nintendo probably say no, but because it's 18 plus, they don't like those titles. It's not designed for that. But PlayStation and Xbox would probably eat up this, like hotcake, you know? Go on Shark Tank. Yeah. The thing is, once it's a system where it's demo able, I will demo it. You know? But it's going to take work. It's going to take a lot of dedication. And I'll be honest with you guys, it's going to need your help a lot of the way. Because without you guys motivating me to work on this project, I won't work on it. Which will also mean this project will never see light. And I want this to see light. Of any game I've designed or planned, I've planned a lot of games. I planned games where you're in VR and you're driving vehicles in VR, and you want to jump from vehicle to vehicle, like literally while mid-drive in VR, like while shooting and swords. And I worked on that for like 5 months, and then the motivation just died for everybody, and then we stopped working on it, and I haven't worked on it since. You know, I have motivation to make some cool projects with you guys. I can sit and plan and make sheets and stuff so I can do like a to-do list thing, but I need your motivation. Everyone in my chat, including people who aren't here, people watching this on YouTube, people watching this on Twitch in the rerun or live on the rerun, I need your motivation to get this project done, because without that it won't happen. It won't happen, I promise you. I've made loads of games, I've started loads of projects from Android to Windows to Xbox. Without the motivation, it doesn't get anywhere. You know? Take your time. I'm in as much as I can. I appreciate it, Laura. I do. If you start it, follow it until you at least get it to acceptable state. So that's the problem. We need to plan what is an acceptable state. That's where it gets tricky. I hope so too, buddy. I really do. I'm gonna leave it off all night and just see what it does. I wish there was like a reset on this one. So, why don't we start planning? Is everybody happy with the idea? Is there any changes, any suggestions you guys want to make before we do a little bit of storyboarding? Because like I said, if this is something everybody's excited about, we need to start working on this ASAP. ASAP. So what do you guys think? Is there anything you would like to change, anything you would like to add to the main story, or anything like that before we start working on it properly? Neutral says sounds great. I'm glad you guys like the idea. I mean, on the making the game, you might change stuff. Oh, of course. No, there's no way the development will go A to Z. It does not. It will never do that. Never, ever. But if we can keep the main core exactly how we plan it, no matter what we change, it'll be a sick game. It'll be so cool. Taron, thanks for the follow, buddy. I appreciate the follow job actually. Yep. That's exactly what we're planning in 6. Develop the cool stuff first. Once the cool stuff is out of the way, everything else is just extra fun stuff, you know. Extra fun bits. But I want to know what you guys think. Is everybody excited and happy of this idea? Is there anything you do not like about the idea? Is there anything you want to change in this idea before we start storyboarding this? Well, please prepare yourself, guys. It means there's not going to be game streams for quite some time. But you have influential streams where you guys can influence the development of a game. Of a game that could potentially come on Xbox or PS4. Which is pretty big, I think. God damn, Laura. Appreciate the love. I really do. I like that. That's cool. I can't wait to play it. I just want to know, is this the type of game you want and are passionate about? That's a good question. Type of game? It's the type of game that I stream a lot. It's the type of game where I can kind of relax to. But it's the type of game which no one has done before. Or if they have done it, they've not done it properly. I'm passionate about making something that is ludicrously new. And it's quite an eccentric project. You know, the little mini games and stuff, you know. Being able to network other people and play games with other people. That's kind of what I'm quite passionate about. Doing extra cool things and it's going to be a bit of a challenge as well. Things like the AI and stuff, which is something I'm not proficient in, is going to be interesting because we're going to be able to learn it together. You know, we're going to do loads of research and actually learn how the AI is supposed to work. You know, the idea and the concept of it just sounds cool. Like I can imagine, you know, 2 players don't have much money, you know, doing a quick couple snatch and grabs in the street, you know, people walking with their purse, and he's going to do a quick snatch and grab, you know, jumps off a bike, steals a woman's handbag, you know, jumps on the back on a moped, you know, and they're driving down the city and a cop sees, you know, runs after, whistling, you know, reports the bike, driving down the street. Dispatch comes to the general area, you know, sees the bike, moped go, you know, in that direction, and now there's a police car chasing a moped down the street. AI'd. I think that sounds fucking insane. You know, driving everywhere, driving on the street, off the road, you know, driving in, freaking down, just driving everywhere, getting chased by freaking police officers trying to knock you off the bike. You pull out a gun, they now feel threatened. They start shooting. You start shooting. You know, all of that. Freaking dispatch comes, calls for assistance in the area. You know, all they need is there's a guy with a freaking gun driving down the road, and all the freaking where the police are, they all switch directions, switch what they're doing, and they all come to help. You know, you can get away. You don't have to get away. All in first person. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane. It's going to be insane if it goes to plan. If it goes to plan. But I think it'll be cool. I think it'll be very cool. Being able to upgrade your house, you know, buy new furniture. Upgrade your house to a different design, you know. Cost a certain amount of money and it will change the house design. You know what? I don't know, like, because when you rob people in real life, I want to rob. So when you rob somebody in real life, it's very quick. It'll be, oh my god, what do you want? You just take everything. If there's a guy you rob, you take his watch, maybe his phone, chance he's got money on him, you know, he's got a credit card in there. Random time when the credit card gets blocked, you know, do you run to an ATM and try to withdraw the cash? Do you ask for his PIN number? He gives you a PIN number. Does the PIN number work? Who knows? Are you outside of a ATM when you rob him? If he gives a PIN number doesn't work, and you try it and it doesn't work, you can go maybe speak to him again and ask him for his PIN number, and he gives the same number, and then maybe you do something because it's not worked, and he tried the number, and he gets really scared, and then he does the right one. You know, how does it work? Like, do you take the money off? Is the card blocked when if you rob somebody for their wallet and you get their credit card and you go to ATM and he's not there? Like, how long has it been since you've robbed a guy? Like, has he already blocked his card? Like, things like that. I want you guys to learn to roleplay with the AI. It's gonna be cool. You know. Ben, down of fear, you have it. Take notes from the AI. Could do. Do you think fear is a good idea? A good one to look at? Would you suggest? There's loads of things we can do for this game, and because it's a sandbox, that's what's so cool about it. You do things when you want to do it. You know. And I want time to progress differently for every person. And I don't mean the world time. I don't mean like what time it is in that game right now. I mean how long things have been. I want it to progress individually. So let's say you get arrested and you're arrested for 5 months or 6 months, you know. I want everything that was supposed to happen from now on 6 months to happen. So let's say you're arrested for 5 months. You know, you've no access to the outside world. And you have a house that's got drugs in, people who you're paying for to do this, that, and this and that, you know, that you're paying a monthly allowance for, you know, or maybe a phone that you gotta top up and you haven't topped up, and like loads of things like that, you know. I want it to take effect. So let's say you've got a house that they're making drugs for you, and you've got 7 henchmen, and you get arrested for 10 months or 5 years. You know, how long has it been since you've ran out of money? You know, when you come back, you could have nothing for your bank account now because you've got this and this out of rent that you pay every month that you've not been adding to. So you've been paying automatically because you pay it automatically anyway. It comes out your bank account. you know, of your offshore account or however way we do it, and the time you come out of jail, even if it is just 2 minutes that you've been in prison, but in retrospect it's been 2 years, you know, like your places have gone longer, you know, you've got no money in the bank account, you know, you've been paying this for two years, you've been in jail for 2 years, your house might be there but no one's guarded it, you know, chance someone could have robbed it in that time too. You come back and half your stash is gone. It's all random, you know, because that's how it would be, you know, depending on how popping it was. Well, the AI is kind of outdated now, but they kept it simple and effective, and it was highly ranked back then. I feel like that's a good start, but then we'll try it. I'll put it on download. I'll try it tomorrow. Which fear, by the way? The first one? Oh, load of fear. Fear one. Install them. We don't want to do this whole phone situation though. That's annoying me. Six, what do you think of the idea? I want your opinion. As someone who's a potential target audience for this as well. Seems cool. I want to know more. Well, come up some questions. I'm in private room 1. Come up some questions away before we start planning the storyboard. Some good, get a quick drink, some water. And then, yeah, we're going to start further in it. So I can actually start planning the development and actually start the development. So dizzy since I got back. Whew. If you guys want to come and say hi and throw some suggestions to my way, I am in the Team A Unit Hub right now in Private Room 1. If you want to come down, if you guys aren't got privileges? Permissions, just go to a way to move and I'll move you down.
Yo.
Sub 6.
What's up? So I just want to say welcome back.
Thank you.
How was your trip?
It was good. It's very relaxing, must admit. some nice photos. Went to Yorkshire after. Yeah, we went to loads of places actually. Yorkshire today. Went to Durham, County Durham for the main trip. Went to some place that has a stone circle. What was that? Circle.
So, how did Jade like her gifts?
She loved it. She even liked the dinner. Apparently, I did really well.
Ooh, you did really well on the dinner.
She goes. She was actually impressed because she doesn't know cook. She goes. She rated it. I think she rated it a 5. No, was it 5 or 6? She was 5 or 6 for the whole entire meal. You know.
Okay.
5 or 6 out of 10.
Out of 10. And she goes for someone.
Still average.
See, she goes for someone who never cooks. That was she said you should be impressed with yourself. Everything was edible. Everything was edible. She loved the starter. She gave the starter an 8.5. She liked what I did with the potatoes. Like apparently she hates baby potatoes, but she said she would eat that again. So that was a pog.
That's good.
She didn't like what I did with the bacon wrapped in what was it called? Asparagus. Yeah, she didn't like what I did with it. She'd rather I did it the other way around. So what I did was I made the asparagus soft, but the bacon crispy.
Yeah.
But she prefers it the other way around. So she would rather soft bacon and crispy asparagus.
Asparagus? Okay.
Not like a bit of crunch. And I was like, do you know what? That makes sense.
Yeah,
it's just the way I kind of designed it was going to make it. I kind of made it perfectly for the way I designed it, but it could have been differently. So, nice I know. If I was going to make it again, she was the other way.
Was it olive oil on the asparagus?
Mm-hmm.
Put a little, I think, garlic salt, and then put it in the oven?
No. I fry steamed mine. So asparagus, asparagus is better when you steam it. You can steam it or you can boil it to cook it better. So what I did was I pre-wrapped the asparaguses in bacon, all of them, in one big bit of bacon, like completely wrapped all of it. I put them in a pan full of oil, not of olive oil, and then I put a plate over it to kind of steam it for the whole time. And I just flipped it every so often, and I just kept steaming it. And it came out nice. Ooh. Like the asparagus was soft as you would expect from steaming it, and the bacon was crispy. So it was exactly how I wanted it. But she prefers what I should do next time would be put the asparagus in a pot of boiling water, let that soften a bit, but to the point where it's almost crispy, and then take that off and then wrap it with bacon and then not shallow fry it, but fry it quick. So not fry it, like shallow fry it, so just get the bacon to kind of pink and nice, but keep it soft. Almost like basically put it in the oven, really. A bit of oil. That way it'll still be crispy.
Kind of like a steamer.
Sorry?
Kind of like a steam?
Yeah. What else did I do? Bacon, potatoes, asparagus, and salmon. Which was a little, she said it was slightly overdone.
And salmon?
Salmon.
Oh.
It was a lemon salmon that I did.
Streamy food. God, I love salmon.
But I'm glad that she liked it. I must say. Like I said, for someone who doesn't cook, as you guys know, I never in my kitchen ever.
I know, Ben cooked since when?
Yes, I'm saying. So that was like when she said, "I'll give it a 5 or 6 out of 10," and she goes, "Benjamin, you should be freaking proud of yourself because you never cook ever." So I'll take that.
And there you go.
I'll take that 5. I'll take it. And she goes, "It was all edible."
Accidentally muted myself.
And she had cake. No, it's fine. And she had cake as well, like a massive cake. She barely ate any of it. It's funny.
Yeah.
I sang happy birthday, put loads of candles. Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah.
Before I forget to tell you, I actually made progress on getting the butt into my string.
Oh,
I made progress on it. Finally.
Nice. So wait, do you have it now? The travel button?
Yeah, but it's also still malfunctioning. The devs are actually working on it now
Oh,
because it kept on coming up with errors, even though it's in my chat and everything. It's still coming up with errors. So,
is mine even on? I don't think mine is on. Mine is not on.
I
Mine is
do
not.
not know.
It's not on. So, while you're both here, what do you guys think of the idea?
Your bots. Wait,
Huh?
yeah, your bots in the chat.
Is it? Really?
Yeah, yeah. I just checked for you, honey. It's right underneath my name.
Oh, hi, bot.
Yeah, it's right underneath my name in the chat list.
Let me see. Is it pink? Oh, he's on. Okay, cool. he's just big chilling.
Do you want to take a wild guess at what mine's named?
I have no idea actually. Oh, bird song bot. I love it.
Bird song bot.
I like it. I like that. So yes, guys, what's your thoughts? Honest opinions only.
Honestly, I love the idea. I really do.
Do you think it would work? Do you think it would sell?
Well, duh. Come on.
So a game about doing crimes,
Creating your
getting
own
away
version?
with it.
Yeah, literally about crime and
wouldn't it?
getting away with it and trying to become
So
the next.
when you
criminal
say that,
mastermind.
I'm thinking Payday,
Yeah,
but expanded
yeah,
to a different level,
like a proper open world payday.
which people do like too. So if you can make something that starts off kind of like Payday and expand on it, get it to the point where you want it and your ambitions for it, then that would probably be really nice. And you did say create your own house or have your own house, so that means
It's not even just that,
lots
dude.
of clothing, lots
do you know
of
what?
furniture, lots of house
Yeah,
decoration.
but it's not even just that. I want it to be the situation like you. Let's say there's a car you want. You know.
Yeah.
I want you guys to be able to host jobs for people to go and steal the car. I want you guys to go to locations and find the car you want, you know, and be like, the owner of the car is here. Or can you, if you find this car, like literally this car, I'll pay you X money for it. And they can, people can steal the car, bring it to your location, and they get paid for it, and you get to keep and use the car. It will still be registered stolen,
so like
of course,
Payday,
but
GTA, it expanded, taking elements from other games as well. That sounds good.
I think it would be sweet. I want to make a community-focused, open-world crime game. Literally focus on crime and literally crime on its own. I don't know what I'm going to do if there's going to be PvP. I don't personally want to encourage PvP. Is that weird?
You don't want to what?
I don't know how I feel about PvP.
PvP?
Yeah, I feel like some people will just abuse that.
Oh, PvP. Oh, okay. So you're thinking about
Yeah.
just PvE then?
See, I'm thinking mainly PvE because it's you and your friends trying to, like, there is gonna be a couple of situations where it will be PvP, but I don't want it to be open world PvP.
Yeah.
You know, so like a situation where it will be PvP would be someone is doing a job and they have a car. To be fair, PvP should be fine because it's gonna be a massive freaking world, you know, and you're not gonna be walking around. Like the premise of this game is you're not gonna be walking around with guns. You're never gonna have guns. Really, you will have them, but they're rare. Like they literally cost a dumb amount of money, like they would do in IRL. You know, you don't just have one on off the sofa. It doesn't happen. You rob a house that just happens to have an old school Winchester and 2 shots in it. You know, but do you know what I mean? That's kind of how it happens, right? That's how people find these, or freaking a dig site. Or you just rob some old person's house and he's got like a gun from World War II. You know, that's kind of how it happens. Yes, you do get them with boats and stuff, but You know, I want that to be. I want guns to be less not as easy accessible, because I think with a gun it's very easy to kill somebody, and it makes the game too easy. You know,
Correct.
especially if you're in first person and you know you're going to do shoot drivers. It's not hard, you know. But I want it to be rare that you even have a gun. It's more about being stealthy, because like, yes, you can buy machetes and knives and, you know, stuff. You can get knives from your kitchen and use that as a weapon or whatever it is. Like you can do in real life, you know. You can go to freaking IKEA and pick up some knives. Do you know what I mean? You can pick up lockpicks and knives from IKEA. Not lockpicks per se, but, you know, use it as trade, you know. You can buy them off the black market and they get delivered to your door from some dodgy carrier, you know. That's kind of how I want it. Do you know what we could even do? We can have it so that the carriers have to drive from a location and deliver it to your house, physically deliver it, and players can go around seeing these vehicles drive around. They can be robbed. Could have high value items.
Right. That I think would be awesome. I think.
Do you know what I mean? There's so many things we could do, and when you make the game yourself, you have full control over it. You know, like making it a GTA mod is possible, but we won't have as much control over the stuff that we wanted to.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I was thinking at first, I was like, I could potentially make this a GTA mod, but then again, I can't make it as high scale as I want it to be. Like, I kind of want it to be the situation where you can kind of walk inside the houses. That's going to be very hard to do, as you can imagine. But I kind of want to see if that's possible. Like, physically just walk in from outside into the house in an open world game. I know that sounds very far-fetched, but...
Possible, but a lot of games limit it due to limitations of hardware or just other things.
But the thing is, it depends on like how you get into these buildings, because the way I want to make it is I want the game to kind of procedurally load. So when you're robbing a house, it's an instance inside that house.
Yeah.
So for you to actually load that instance, you have to be at a certain distance to the house, and then it will load the inside of the house.
Yeah.
And it's only in the situation that door is open. If the door is shut, it doesn't. There's no instance, so it won't load anything. Do you know what I mean?
It sounds like you need a PS5 dev kit. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, but the thing is, they won't give me a piece. They won't give me the PS5 dev kits on an idea. I'll have to make a prototype and then
I
pitch
know,
it. You know,
because you know the SSD and the PS5, you know, it's super fast, Ratchet and Clank fast. Nice.
But it's true though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this could be so fucking fun.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
But like I
you
said,
go about it and whatnot.
Awesome.
You need to get like the core concepts down first.
Yeah.
And then
and on top of that as well, I need your motivation, guys, to work on this project, because I won't do it. The reason why I won't do it.
Let's go.
The reason why I won't do it is because I'll be doing this every day after work when I'm already knackered. I just want to just play games and chill out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And that's why I'm gonna need you guys to push me, because I promise you, I'm gonna be bitchy about it. I'm gonna, I could just play some Guild Wars 2 or something. I'll play some COD. You know, but at the same time, I have deadlines to get this done, because this, like, I can see it, you know, on console.
Yeah.
There's no need for all the swear. There's gonna be probably a bit of vague, or was it vulgar language, but not unnecessarily like GTA is. You know, there's no need for nudity, or there's no need for that in this game. It's literally just going to be crime, and because it's crime, like literally drug and violence crime, it will have to be 18 plus, which just makes sense. And I think because of that, we may have issues getting it on the Switch, because the Nintendo Switch is a family console, and they probably
It's a family console, but the Switch is more lenient nowadays.
Yeah.
Games,
have you seen any 18 plus games on the Switch? Because I haven't.
Well, if parents are monitoring their kids, then
Well, yeah, there's stuff that
like they're supposed to.
There's stuff that PlayStation 4 censors and the Switch will just outright allow it. So that's saying a lot about the Switch.
Well, I'm looking at 18 plus Switch right now, and they do have Doom, Dead by Daylight, Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
Borderlands.
Just look at a game. Look
Payday,
at Senra
even-
Kagura.
even
Well,
Payday
they have
2 is on
rub
the Switch.
mechanics or boob touching physics and crap like that. So that's all allowed on the Switch. And there's other anime type games where it had a rub mechanic or it had a certain feature. They censored it on the PlayStation and then allowed it on the Switch.
So we might be okay. You potentially can be okay here.
So you will be fine on the Switch. Just you just don't want to push it like say a Cyberpunk, because Cyberpunk will get away with whatever it wants right now.
The problem we're gonna have though is, one, the game's gonna look like crap. It will do. Like, guys, please bear with me with that. The game won't look amazing because I'm not an artist, and I won't have art done.
Yeah, all
for
you gotta do
years.
is just the basic stuff, the basic figures. That's fine for now, and then later on,
Couple houses,
find an
small
artist. Lots
city.
of artists on D-Live, lots of artists on other
Yeah.
places you can find. You can see,
Get
what
some
comes with
vehicles
that.
done. I can then work on, because what I also want to do is I want to make a system where you guys can import your own vehicles. But
Yeah.
I don't mean import it the day later it's in. I mean import it. We will review it. Have a team that is dedicated to reviewing the models when they come in, and we can be like, do you know what? That's a cool vehicle. I will price it at this.
Yeah.
Make sure they look right too.
Do you know what I mean? I think it'd be cool because then I want that game that's slightly, it's not moddable, but it's slightly moddable. Because community games are big. That's why GTA did so well. The freaking community kept it alive, That's why Payday 2 is still a thing. Community kept it alive. With all the mods and the changes, do you know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't want it to be a situation where people can mod a live game. I want it to be a situation where the community can influence the live game.
Yeah.
Whether that be new motorbikes that they want to design, or I won't say helicopters because that's just not happening, but like new motorbikes, new freaking cars, all that stuff,
Right.
I think it'll be fun. And as well, I'm gonna eventually need to look at making an avatar. Not now, but later on.
You're gonna have to, once you
How to
get
make an
further
avatar.
enough in, you're gonna have to decide the art style and the way you want to present it and the way it looks.
Yeah, but that will come down to when it comes to me sitting with an artist and be like, this is the style we want to kind of represent. And I think it's going to be slightly like Thief Simulator art style, quite realism. Have you looked at Thief Sim?
Avatars and stuff? Is the question?
Don't put copyright stuff because I don't want you to get sued. Yeah, of course not.
Yeah,
Of course not.
definitely no.
That's just simple. Yeah, I'm not gonna do what GTA did with the whole
You can make cars
radio.
look similar to things in real life. You'll just have to put a brand on it and slightly tweak a couple of things.
Oh yeah. But it's not even just that. Do you know what I'm gonna try and do? You might have missed it when I said this. I'm gonna go on GTA 5 mods, look at vehicles that people are giving away for free, and see if I can get them.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Yeah, and see if I can get them into Unity because it should work, and these are free to use, right? So.
Yeah, you're just gonna have to like tweak the driving.
Change the name.
No, it won't even be that. The driving of GTA, because it's not a GTA game at all. The driving won't import. I just want the model, the internal and external.
Yeah.
Because if I can get
But
that,
I'm saying you don't want a game that drives like GTA. You want a better driving.
Yeah.
but the thing is, that makes it a bit harder. Is GTA has had a massive dev team just work on overhaul of the driving, which makes it a bit tricky for me, to do this plus everything else. But then I'll sacrifice that, I don't know, a month working on driving mechanics, making vehicle mechanics nice. And once I'm in a happy place, I'll just get it working with all the cars we import, Who knows, maybe even make a vehicle importer that just makes vehicles, perfect. Using whatever model I get, and then I can use it as a dev tool type of thing, There's loads of ways we can look at it.
Yeah. But yeah, the best place, if anybody ever asks me about AI in a video game, I will literally direct you to Fear, because that literally was highly praised when it came out. It's still, people still love the Fear AI. Because they kept it simple and it was effective, and it's how they implemented why it was super effective. I sent you a video on it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it. I slightly played the initial beginning right now and was listening to it. He does go in. I think this guy goes in depth and explains it, and that might be a good starting point for you. Playing the game and watching that video, and then seeing I would say it's a decent starting point.
Yeah. Yeah, I can start doing that.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. We have time tomorrow as well after I start my stream and stuff. Can I just say, guys, it feels good to be back.
Welcome back.
Man, I have been doing yard work since you were away, so like I got blisters on my hands. I've been poked by so many thorns.
God
I got
damn.
chunks of skin missing.
Jesus.
You're working yourself to the freaking bone, dude.
I know, right? God damn.
Jeez.
I feel like I lost like 20 pounds. No, just
Missing limbs.
Jeez.
I
Can
feel like I
go
slimmed
over?
down. I put on my shorts. I went outside today. I'm like, man, these things are falling down. I had to grab my belt.
Oh gosh.
Let's see what if this does. 1 second, guys.
Shoot, I was trying to somewhat play games earlier. I could play games right now, but casual stuff, because if I move my hands too much, like, oh man, that kind of hurts a little. That stings.
Yeah. I believe it.
I was waiting so long for you to stream the last few days. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've been on holiday, man. Went up north. Went to the Highlands. Yeah,
Laura, I do know that you said I did get your Discord message with your Call of Duty mobile name. I just haven't added
I haven't
it yet.
even been on a game.
I'm still trying to figure out how to add it too.
So I will get to
I
it. It's just things. I'm trying to chill, or I'm doing other things. I even downloaded the mobile version on my phone because I don't like the game loop thing. I was messing with it last night for the game loop version, and I'm like, I'm probably gonna uninstall that and stick with the mobile phone one and use the controller or something. But I gotta test it out first.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm just slightly in the kind of a pickle now.
On my phone. Actually, you know what? They do make, for the phones, they do make a controller holder here where I am at the dollar store here in town, and it's really cheap, and it holds your phone, and it's shaped like a freaking controller, like for like a PS or PlayStation or something.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
Which is really cool.
like I have a full Xbox controller. I could probably just, that's what I still got to test and make sure it works and everything's good on the mobile before I delete the game loop version, but I just haven't done it yet. So I haven't forgot, I haven't ignored it, I just doing
Oh, guess how many kills I got on the first try when I did it?
Go on.
11.
Jeez.
11
nice.
kills the first try.
Very
Yeah, I mean,
nice.
the COD mobile is it's a good way to chill and have some fun.
Yeah, second time I didn't do so good because I guess there was somebody else in there that was better than me.
Man, it's just your name. Wait, no, was it PUBG you was playing? Starmez's name is Bossman454 on Call of Duty Mobile.
See, I was trying to mess with the game loop engine settings to make, because
You send me that Discord.
there was a video that someone released on YouTube that says you can fix like the lag in Call of Duty Mobile for game loop, and I was like, "Ooh, what's this?" So I watched it and I was like, "All right, let me check out game loop." So I turned it on last night, changed some of the settings. Man, just getting Call of Duty Mobile boot up on game loop is just a hassle for me. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know.
Not worth it.
Not on game loop. I want to try the phone version. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm fine with using a controller. Because if anything, mouse makes me better, but if I'm I'm more efficient with a controller. So if I'm using an Xbox controller playing Call of Duty Mobile on my phone, I'm probably gonna be killing people still.
Yeah.
Aha, I got an import. Alright. just gonna see if
But
I
yeah,
can get
but
this
definitely
system
watch
working.
watch that video for the AI of fear as well. You'll see what I mean, because people talk about this, like that's a good starting point for AI.
Might as well just share it on the screen so everybody can see it.
Oh, he's not talking about now. I'm just saying when he has time to actually watch that video, yeah. And he talks about other AIs too, so that'll help you if you don't know anything about it. It seemed informative. I'm not sure how good it is, but you know, it's at least a starting point for AI.
Are you serious? All right, that's 9. Okay. There's a software that could do it for me, but I don't think it's free.
And see, I didn't even know that they have like, apparently the AI in fear is called goal-oriented action planning AI. I didn't even know that. Like, I just know it was really good and everybody highly rated.
I'm actually gonna like sit and watch that in the morning actually, so I can get a proper look at how they do it, because I feel like the best way to make AI is to see who did it. I strongly believe that.
And I think the video I sent you, I think he actually is building the AI as well, and maybe something that he's doing. But yeah, definitely worth a watch.
Hey, Six, can you send me your name for that game so I can try adding that sticker?
Huh?
For your mobile.
Oh, it's just 6 Figure Dice.
Can you try and send it to me, please?
Oh, it's the same as my Discord name. It's just my name. 6 Figure Dice.
Is it? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's just my username. So.
Okay. I didn't know if it was the same or not. That's why I asked.
Yeah. I usually take that name everywhere, so it's just simple for everyone to like find me if they need to.
I will try and find you and add you right now. Now that I'm thinking about it, so I don't forget. I have short-term memory issues, so if I don't do it while I'm thinking about it, I will forget.
Yeah,
or if I don't write it down, I will forget. So, you know, it's just.
Then on top of that, I need to make more space on my phone as well to do that.
Yeah, I had for mine. I had to take off on my phone. I had to take off 2 things. I had to take off Facebook and Facebook Messenger off my phone to fit the Call of Duty.
I wish I could take
Wow.
off Facebook, but my phone is like literally, you can't fully uninstall it.
Why?
Bloatware?
That makes absolutely no sense.
No, I can't. The Facebook literally came pre-installed with the operating system when you got the S7 Edge, and then all you can do is you can only disable it, but you can't fully uninstall it. That's the thing. People said watch out for Facebook, watch out. That's where the government and everybody gets a lot of information about you, and that's why you usually came pre-installed on a bunch of phones. That's why when I get a new phone, I'm probably gonna go for a one of those bloat-free phones where it's no bloatware whatsoever. It's just the operating system and that's it, and then you put what you want on it. What are you doing over there, man?
Trying to see if I can get an extracted version of this modeling software, which can open up.
Modeling?
Yeah, it's what they use for GTA mods.
Oh.
But if I can get this to open
you
up,
can do a lot of stuff in Blender.
but no, I'm saying, well, I'm actually really crap at Blender personally. But what I mean is, like, if I can get this to open up
I'm
GTA
still trying
mods,
to learn it, man. I haven't installed. I just trying to learn. I just want to learn simple stuff like text stuff, like how to animate text first.
Yeah.
And then try other stuff.
It doesn't work.
But I gotta learn all the shortcuts and buttons.
The other one it's free, but it don't work.
It's muted. I tried to put 6s in and it says cannot find.
I have you sent me yours, so I'll just send it when I get a chance.
Okay, yeah, you just send it when you get a chance to. That's fine. Do you have one, Ben, or not? Do you have a mobile version of that?
I have it on the emulator, not on my phone. My phone's not working, sadly. Like even today, my phone died.
Alright, I'm gonna close your stream on my phone real fast, just for now.
Okay, that's just wondering.
Let's see. Hopefully I don't have to do, I probably have to download patches, huh? If I do, I'm gonna have to make room.
Mine's evidently doing download or updates right now. Evidently. It's like, oh. Holy freaking cow, how many freaking downloads are there? Holy crap. Sorry. I'm just shocked right now.
See, I boot up the mobile version. Yeah, I gotta get patches, but like, see, it's so much, it just works.
6.
The game loop version is just.
Oh my god, there's freaking like 8 to 10 uploads. That's or actually 9.
Oh, this software is exactly what I need, and
right
it's
now.
not working.
Ben, question.
Yeah, bro.
What engine are you gonna use?
Unity, 100%.
Oh, Unity?
Yeah, 100%. Because it's C#, which is what I know.
Oh, okay.
As nice it would be to do Unreal, the C++ in it, like I've had, isn't the most friendly.
Tarmates, you want me to add you?
What's the name on Call of Duty? Oh my god, Uzi, hello. How are you?
I just saw the chat. Hold on, I'll see if I can add you or not. See if it'll let me.
Alright, leave it. Come here. Until you put that, give me control.
Ben, when you said you wanted to, when I saw the new notification that you wanted to make a game, I was actually kind of surprised because I was like, yo Ben, what happened to the
Alright, got
flying
you.
game that you were
Started.
making?
Which one? I made quite a few games. Just tired.
No, the
I'm
flying
tired
one
too.
that you started
It has been.
not too long ago, and then you left it.
Oh, the one with jumping from cars to car.
No, the flying game with the turn in the back.
Flying game with turrets in the back. Oh shit, yeah, I remember that. I just lost passion for it. That's what I'm saying. It calms down. I just start losing passion for games.
See, like, I know you were working on that and you stopped, and then I was gonna be like, Ben, you should just make a shooting game, stick to it, but then add new stuff that you don't really see in shooting games.
I think this new game today is just going to be so much better than any game I've ever worked on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But comes down to me being passionate about it as well. That's what it's going to make different.
Like, you can make it look realistic. You can make it look...
Dude, can you imagine what it's going to be like with freaking ray tracing?
A certain art style that would go from kids to adults, or, you know, you could just go different ways about it.
Yeah, but the type of violence in the game, I don't think we could.
Dude, you got Splatoon on.
It's 1 a.m. for me. I've got to wake up before I was for school.
Switch.
Why are you awake?
That's basically violence, but using ink. I'm just saying, there's different ways you gotta go about it. What was my password? I think it's this. Yeah. Wait, that's definitely not my password, because oh, it must have been Facebook login.
Apparently I might need to restart this computer. Apparently.
So did you get that computer all set up for Jade with
yeah, she unwrapped it, everything. Turned it on. It's not got Windows on it yet though.
Oh, yeah.
Because we need to get her a keyboard as well.
I thought she had a keyboard.
See, I thought that too, but she was using just the mouse. She was using the keyboard on the computer itself, on the laptop.
Wow.
So she didn't actually have a keyboard. So I thought she had a keyboard, but she doesn't. So
keyboards are easy. There you go.
Yeah. But the thing is, the harder thing is gonna be getting her a silent one because she wants a low profile keyboard. That's not my mechanical like mine.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a bit tricky, but doable.
Shoot, I just got a $15 wireless mouse and keyboard from Walmart. That's all I got.
Pog. If I don't comment anywhere anymore, it's in receipt or dead. I hope it's the first too. So yeah.
Dang, I logged in the mobile version. That thing gave me a bunch of content.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna see if I can make myself another Favre organization.
Alright.
That way I can kind of plan stuff. I don't know how much money Favre is, but maybe I can get a free account. Just so we can start planning.
What's your username?
Alright, that's not gonna do it. Can we try to GitLab?
It was person.
Trevor.
Down here. Still muted, am
You are
Trello.
rank 3. Alright, you should
Trello's free as well.
I just found it.
Alright, let me try this. Do me a huge favor and take care of you. Take care of you for me. I'll try. Guys, should we start planning this game a little bit? Like a couple of initial things that we can do for now, like couple like goals and stuff that we can plan for it. Unless there's anything else you guys want to suggest before we start this.
No, seems like you
Eat and sleep enough.
you gotta start planning and how you want to go about it.
Yeah. Alrighty. So the game is called Our World on Fire. Yeah. Let's go rid of all of this too.
I got you.
Okay, it's gonna be private for now.
Back here.
Is there a way I can show FPS on this game?
Done. Showing FPS?
Huh?
To do. Ideas. To do soon. Testing.
It'll be under.
Okay. So, let's get some ideas down. So, things that we want to get done soon. First person player. First person player. Able to move around. There's no need for jumping. When will the player ever jump? Do you know what I mean?
When do play?
Able to run.
When do players jump?
Players have jumped. It's like saying, okay, how many times today have you jumped?
Not in real life.
Exactly,
Well, I mean,
that's what I'm saying. And the whole point,
depending on what you're doing, but you're making a game with crime, so don't you think you'd want to jump or climb over things as well?
yeah, climb over things like vaulting, but not jumping. Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Able to move around, look around. No jump. Able to run around, move around with right stick for controller users.
Laura, you should see a friend request from me on God.
Oh, follow. Okay, what else should we
I
get
got
done
you.
soon?
I've already added you, honey.
Oh no, I was just making sure you heard me.
I've already got you.
Vehicles.
Yeah, I did. I got
control,
you.
view
And I also
system,
got Star,
be able.
so we're good. If there's anybody else that wants me to add them.
System. The ability
I just gotta try this.
to climb in and out of the car.
Wait, no, I'm not, because it's connected to the computer.
Climb
That I'll do it later.
on the back and front of the bike. To be able to swap seats. What else? For now, this is just initial things I want to do. So I want to be able to enter a car. I want to be able to come out of a car. I want to be able to climb on the back of a bike, front and the back of a bike. I don't want to drive them. I just want to be able to get on them. And be able to swap seats in these as well. Yeah, that's fine for now. What else do you want to do?
I
As a
just did
phase
retweeted
one.
your tweet.
Huh? Oh, you retweeted my tweet. Thank you.
Said I retweeted Ben. I retweeted his tweet.
Thank you.
And I'm also getting a little bit tongue-tied on that one. It's been a long day. Let me tell you.
Oh, tell me about it. I'm tired. So tired. Oh my god.
You're tired. I'm tired.
Open door, closed door. But won't
Did
the
you
door
start- did your day start
open
at, like,
when you
3
get in anyway? Will there ever be a situation where you want the door to stay open?
Hold on.
Or just to swing the door
I'm gonna
open?
mute myself for a second.
That's fine. There won't be, will there?
What?
A situation where you want the door to stay open.
Just make it normal where the door only closes if you shut it. You
So
open the door.
the
it
question
stays
is
open until
then,
you
do
shut
I
it.
make it a system where you go to the door and open the door, you then step into the car, and then you have to go and physically close the door?
If it's a car, first you open the door, get in, then shut the door. If you get out the car, you open the door and normally shut it. But if you don't have to open it, if you don't shut it, that's quicker time getting in the car. Because then you don't have to open it.
Are we making this too difficult?
I don't know. Just make it, get in, get out. Just, I mean, if you make it like GTA where you get out the car. You get out the car, you shut the door. You get in the car, you shut the door.
So I'm thinking we could just make it so when you get towards the car, the door swings open, you get in, the door shuts behind you. Automatically, one press button. When you get out, you know.
Oh yeah. So you go to the side of a car, press a button, you get in the car, shut the door.
Yeah,
you
in
press
one
button to
set.
get out the car, then it shuts the door automatically.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Compared to it being 3 steps to get in a car, like open door, sit down, shut door.
No, because the more simple, like the best phrase would be, keep it simple, stupid.
Keep it simple.
That's
stupid.
like the best
One
phrase
button
ever.
to open.
If you keep it
sit
simple
down,
and effective,
and
more people can enjoy it.
To get out and shut door. If you stay near, because I think personally, if you stand near the door and don't move, then the door should shut because you physically shut it. But if you don't, if you let you get out and try to sprint, you're not going to wait, shut the door and sprint, are you? Do you know what I mean?
Getting out, it should automatically shut.
Yeah.
And then that way you can just take off if you're going to run.
Yeah. Okay. What else do we want to do for the first initial phase? House system, house laptop. Starting house. Having a house with working laptop. With laptop, doesn't have to work. Does not have to work for now. Just for the first phase,
Yeah.
Doesn't have to work. Press a key to start a job. Random job. Which will be for now F1 to start. How to add house robbery system to job to phone. Which could just be outside for now. Doesn't make a difference. Later on, we'll have a GPS. Oh, do you want to be cool? Imagine you put your phone in a holder for the GPS if you want to. But if you're doing a robbery and you leave the phone in a car, what happens?
You ain't got no phone.
Oh, that's kind of sick, isn't it? You can make a Jeep, so you can drive the car with one hand.
Future feature, if you get to it.
Yeah, this is ideas. This is an ideas bit. So the thing to be done soon is the first person to be able to move around. That should be very quick because I should have a system already that does that for me. And vehicle one for now. That's what I want to work on for now.
So, First you have to get the character for the model character. Then you gotta.
No, I'm gonna leave the models for now. I think the models can be done very long later on because the game is first person, so you won't really see your hand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And also the hand animation kit. So we've got hand animation.
I was just gonna say, get one of those easy models that you can just download. It's just a character, and then you start from there. Then you mess with the movement, then mess with the hand gestures or whatever you're gonna mess with, and then the driving, and then you go from there. Like your standard like 3D model character. That's
Yeah, T-pose model. Yeah. But that's not for now. That's not in this past, definitely not. GPS on phone. Able to hook phone on in-car phone holder. In-car / on bike phone holder. Yeah. And remove. What else?
There we go. Hey, Ben, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to switch to mobile so I can do some of the things with Discord. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I need to be able to walk around my house right now. So I'm just going to switch over to my phone so I can be able to continue with conversation and other things I needed to do.
Yeah.
Okay? So I'll be right back.
Hey Ben, did you see the 3080 performance test video?
Not yet, no.
Oh.
Also, question 6. Should a player be able to pick any door in the game?
Should a player what?
Be able to pick lock any door in the game? I feel like they should. Because it's technically sandbox, it doesn't have to be inside something inside the house.
You want to make a sandbox, and that would be a nice feature. And you're making a game with crime, so I know it's PvE for the most part. So technically, I should be able to steal somebody's car, or have somebody steal it for me and pay them. And if I go into their house, if you allow it, maybe steal some of their items.
Yeah. That's literally the idea. Do I want players to steal physically from other players?
And if it's a sandbox, I would say don't have cars respawn, because if I take somebody's car and hide it from them,
True.
It's gonna stay there until someone takes it. that would be pretty cool.
Yes and no, because I don't know if we want roadblocks. It could be the situation though where if it's a car left in the middle of the road and the police see it,
then
they can come and get the car removed.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think should happen. So that way, yes, you can steal people's cars and sell them on the market as you would do. Like, idea of it is, I want to be able I should be able to see you with your car, you get out your car, I jump in your car, hotwire your car, and I should be able to take your car to my house. Your car is stolen.
Yes.
Even if you bought it or not, it's a stolen vehicle, and I should be able to change the plates. And that car is now mine. With stolen plates.
Yes, but if you get caught by the police, they do your VIN and everything, and then it goes back to the owner.
Yeah.
See,
actually, though,
good.
technically no.
Huh?
Technically no, because the only identification a car has to its owner is the plate. So if you get rid of the plate, it can never be returned to the owner.
Be like real life, so vehicles would have a VIN number.
Sorry?
You said you wanted it to be like more real life, so that each vehicle would have a VIN number.
A VIN number? What's a VIN number?
Just like in real life, a VIN. If you've never heard of it, it's in the little set of numbers on the dashboard on the left-hand side of usually of the steering wheel on the dash.
Can that be removed?
Yes, I believe so. But, you know, most thieves will only change the license plate.
Yeah. Yeah, fine. We'll leave the VIN number. The VIN number won't change. So if the car is reported stolen and it's a paid-for car by another player,
or say if it's left somewhere where cops can see it, then yeah, they just fetch it back and go straight back to the owner.
but that also being said though, if the owner has not reported this car as stolen and it's used in a robbery or used as for criminal activity, then and the person has gotten away, then the owner is accountable for that.
That, my friend, I'll leave up to you.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's how it should be, right?
That's a good idea.
I think that's how it should be. So let's say, example, I steal someone's car. It's not reported yet. It's not an AI car, because AI cars will just be reported unless they're shot. But then the police officer would have been dispatched to the body and then report any of these cars stolen. So it's just instant. But because the person's dead, do you know what I mean? But like, oh, sorry. Oh, the race now. So you rob someone's car, you rob a player's car, you take it to your house, you change the plates. You drive down the road, it gets picked up on the police scanner as the stolen plates. You chase them down, you stop them, you do a check. You get the ID registration, blah 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 blah. Driver doesn't have it, he bots, you know, gets stopped, gets arrested, you know.
Interesting idea, but I would say, as soon as you steal somebody's car, it's just automatically stolen. Like,
So I don't know.
Because
So
what if the player is offline?
But that's his fault. But think about it, that is his fault. It's like saying, okay, another context, another game, GTA, if I get shot in the face because I'm offline AFK, that's me still dead.
Yeah.
You know, and I still also feel like if you have a car and you leave the game, your car is still there till it's pulled away. Or it's imported by a police officer or whatever. And AI there will be tow trucks and they will go around finding cars that should not be there. And if they've been there for a certain amount of time, maybe I'll make it so if a car hasn't moved in a certain amount of time, let's say it hasn't moved in 10 minutes and it's in a main road or whatever, a tow truck will be dispatched to the location and will tow the vehicle away.
Because I picture, let's just say if I was playing, I'd be like, oh, I'm gonna go steal Ben's car.
Hey, Epic.
Drive it under a bridge and leave it. It's basically like one big game of hide and go find your car.
But yeah, literally, it should be that situation. It should be the situation where I come back a week later
stays there.
and it's still
not
there.
In the middle of the road, it should stay there until you literally go find your car.
Yeah, but it should be. You know, yeah, I can report the car stolen, but unless it's turned in, I ain't get my car back.
Yeah.
The next question is, do I have an insurance system?
Oh, you can have a board, like a billboard, like a board of missing vehicles. And if you go and spot one of these missing vehicles, you can get rewarded.
Like a bounty hunter.
Yeah, but for vehicles, because people will just leave them around the city, and that basically gives a job for everybody in the city to go find these missing cars.
But that's the problem though, because I feel like in doing so, we have people who are being good, and we don't want anyone to be good here.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I mean? Like the issue I have with 5M and all GTA games and, you know, and Red Dead Redemption 2 online and all these games is there's always someone trying to be good and someone trying to be bad. But I want a world where everybody's just bad.
Okay, right.
Do you know what I mean? Everybody's just doing crap. Everyone's doing drugs. Everyone's doing this. Everyone's doing that, you know. But they decide that day what they want to do. And because it's technically sandboxed, You know, it could be the situation where, you know, no one is, what's the word? The word I'm looking for is just there's no one rats on anyone, you know.
Yeah.
If you're gonna rat on each other, you're going to rat to steal from them, you know. No one is a good person. Everyone's gang members or whatever it happens to be, you know. It's just the AI that's gonna be the goody two shoes, which is what you want here, you know. You want the AI ones walking around the city, you know, literally people just walking about and they like spot you doing a crime and they run off. You know what I mean? And they call the police and the police comes to the area. Someone just robbed that house. Police are dispatched, you know. He's 2 minutes out. Spawns a car in, straight to AI, straight to that location. Do you know what I mean? Parks up, gets out, goes towards the door, sees the doors open, brings out a gun, walks in, gun's ready, sees you and tells you to freeze. You know?
Okay. I'm not sure then.
I just want a game where I want to encourage people to do crime.
Yeah. No, I get where you come from.
Almost like when you play Payday 2, you know, everyone wants to go rob banks and steal from people and do this and do that, you know, but I want people to do this on a bigger scale.
Yeah, exactly. See, I still haven't played Payday 2.
It's good. See,
what
I want to do, and I think this is a good idea. So the ability to pick lock in any house, yeah. I want to only be able to pick. I can pick lock any house in the game, but the only houses that have any value in it are houses that have missions. Do you know what I mean? So I can't just go down the street and pick up every neighbor because none of that, their house is gonna be empty. But I can go on the black market and find a house that's ready that I can rob, you know. And it's gonna be like, you know, looking for a house robbery, blah blah blah. Some message back. Oh, I think the Johnsons just left. They, you know, they're a 5-star family. You know, sure you'll find a couple of watches, maybe a car or something in there. You know, you go inside the house, you might find the car keys. You know, a couple of watches. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you could go outside and just steal the car, you know, or you can go do that. But that's an open job. But that's the next question, you know. It's like, how does the jobs physically work? I think the jobs should work in a situation where you get an item that's like the hot item that somebody wants. So let's say I want you to rob this house and I want you to get the freaking Nintendo Switch. For example, I can't use Switch, but you know what I mean. Like, I want you to get the Nintendo Switch. I think it's in the kids' room. Do you know what I mean? So you go in a house and you could shake that house clean if you want to and sell all the other stuff on the black market. But you want that Switch, and that Switch you'll bring to a location to the guy, you know, who wants it. And that would be the mission done. And don't forget, you won't get paid for that mission. Actually, you get paid for the Switch, of course, but that's it. Do you know what I mean? The rest of the stuff you can sell as you want. But because they're going to be you store them in your house, you know, some player could go rob your house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The next problem I have, so I think this is good for now. Okay. Be able to open a phone. Should be something I should put. That's what I wanted it to do. That's good for now. What was I gonna say? Pillar door. Black market. Yeah. The problem I have is this. Okay.
What?
We want a sandbox game. Loads and loads of players. There's approximately going to be, let's say this game is successful as I can see it to be. We're talking a minimum of 1,000 members and 1,000 players in game. Yeah. Not hard to do because, you know, if you're not near anybody, you won't see them, you won't hear them, you won't render them. So that's fine. You know, the game will design to only render people you are next to. It's like any MMO does, because basically the game is an MMO, you know.
Yeah.
But how are we going to do the health system when there's 1,000 people? Or potentially, if the game does go well on every platform, there is 50,000 players on one map. We can't have 50,000 houses.
Nope. that there's your first hurdle. How you are gonna put in a system that deals with that.
Oh.
Because there's different ways to go about it, but no one really has done a system where you can like literally see every person's house.
But there's a reason why they haven't.
That's what I'm saying.
Because the map will be endless, and that's just not going to happen. It's realistically wise, it's not going to happen. It's just not possible.
That's why you either limit players on the map and create other little channels or servers, or you just have it an instant based where you can't see other people's houses, you just can only see your own. Or you set
I've got an idea.
You said basically gangs, so I could suggest having only gang houses.
See, I've got an idea that could potentially fix our issue.
What?
So, make it so players cannot see each other's houses.
Yeah.
Yeah, at all. Like, full stop, they can't. But, make it so that each map, each world can have a maximum. So each cluster server, I would say, instance map or whatever you want to call it, can have a maximum of 100 players on a map. Okay. That's 100 players on random assign. Yeah.
Make a queue for people to get
But plus groups to unlimited. So what I mean by that would be, let's say there's a maximum cap of 100 players and I'm player 99, you know, so I just joined the game. I can say to my 5 friends, come join me, and it will just upgrade the cap a little bit higher. So that way your friends can join in from where you are. They come to your world, if that makes sense. You know, there is chance that you might spawn in the same world, but it's not guaranteed, is it? No. But doing that would be like invite people to your world, invite to my world, you know, and they'll just be in your world. They won't their house is that if you there. So I might make it so the houses are quite generic, not generic, but they have one generic location, and they can be upgraded as you see fit. And there are places in the game which can be warehouses, which are just like before, are as you see fit, you know, but they're in many locations. But the way it's designed is that your player, you yourself, can only use one warehouse at any one time. Okay, in doing so means that you can access warehouses owned by the other teams. Do you know what I mean? So if I do this,
oh, I forgot to put your string back up.
let's do online sketchpad. So let's say there is one here, one here. Why is this thing so curved? 2, 3, and you got one over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Do you see my stream by any chance?
Yeah, I have it up now.
And I have a warehouse at number 2. Okay. I will never ever see other warehouses stuff happen at number 2. It'll never happen. Ever.
Yeah.
But if I take a job, or I am, you know, seeing people at number 5, because you will see people go in and out of 5 because the group's on, you know, or however I end up doing it, I can go rob 5, but I will probably get shot pretty much if they got henchmen or whatever. You know, there'll be someone standing outside saying, "What do you want?" type of thing, and then they try to fight, blah blah blah. Yeah, it goes down. You know.
Yeah.
But at the same situation, maybe they have a warehouse with all the stuff, but they have no henchmen. You never know how it works. And it all depends on the person playing right now. They could decide, you know, I want to take over 5 and just steal anything they've got there. And they can go to warehouse 2 and they could loot it dry. And this doesn't have to be in a mission. They could just go and do this. You know? But alarms will go off. The person who owns it will be notified. You know, your warehouse is under attack. Do you know what I mean? And they'll be in there, you know, doing this stuff. But the problem is, you could be in another city, so you might not get back in time. That's just how it is, isn't it? But if it's defended, you'll be fine, because there'll be AI in there with guns and everything ready to go. If you've paid and hired AI to look after your business. And if it's placed, then that's another whole problem. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the idea of it is, so these warehouses you pay for legally, so they're registered in your name. So if the police come, they know who to look for. That's kind of how I want to do it. But that system is going to be a bit complicated. I mean, the whole multiplayer piece is going to be a bit complicated, but I think we'll get around to it.
Yeah. That comes later.
Yeah, max 100 players on random assign, plus groups are limited. Players can rob other members' warehouses. The question is though, whose warehouse does it rob? So I think personally, when you join, when you're in a certain range, from the warehouse, it will load one of the warehouses from the other player, one warehouse instance from the other players. Once you have left the range and time limit has emptied, this can change to another player's warehouse. This can also be AI. Yeah? It doesn't have to be a player, it could be an AI one too. And also, is the game going to be playable offline?
That's a good question.
Good question.
Because
But
this
the way you want to do it, that you're telling us, doesn't. It's basically online only. That's what it sounds
but
like.
it doesn't have to be. I think the game can be played offline. The whole vehicle system can be done locally. Rob and House can be done locally. AI can still be done because that's all AI, isn't it? The phone calls can be done, like the GPS systems on locally. I think if not, the entire game can be done locally because the warehouses don't have to be. It can be AI, you know. You can still pick lock doors, rob houses, rob shops, do all that stuff. It's just going to be harder because you're on your own, you know. If you rob a house, you get into a car and there's a police there, it's you versus the police officer. How many police officers are there? You know, if you take the police officer out, he's really called backup, so you got to get the fuck out of there now. Do you have a car? Like, all that stuff you got to do yourself. So it is doable offline. It's not going to be as fun offline. That's for sure. It's going to be a lot more fun online.
Yeah, that video I sent you about the fear AI,
Yeah.
definitely informative.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch that.
Like I'm listening to a little bit more of it, and like he's explaining in depth kind of how things play out with the AI.
Any other things you guys can suggest? Because I do need to go to bed soon because it's 12:40 and I've had like very little sleep today. But before I go, I want to know if any other things you guys can suggest that we should do in the first sprint. This sprint could take I don't know how long. There's no intention right now to do. Sorry?
Maybe a queue for entry.
Sorry, I could not hear you, Laura. Let me turn you up.
She said a queue for entry.
A key for entry, for like a house entry.
Like a queue. No, like
A
'cause
queue.
you were saying a certain number of people for the channel or server.
Yeah.
I think that's what you're referring to, right, Laura?
Yes.
But then it's a situation where do we want one server or do we want many servers? And the reason why I say that is if let's say I start a game and queuing is going to be difficult, I think.
Can you start off with one and then expand?
See, you can, but the question is, when is the situation where you should start up a new one? Like, let's say there's 2 servers open already. Both of them got to about 100, got to about 80. So one got to 100 and then overflowed. And now there's one person in the new server. And a new person joins. Which server should he join is the question. Or should it just be random? I think it should just be a random server. Just join the random server. And if you want to play with your friend. So I think it should join a random server. And keep joining for a certain amount of attempts. I think this is done on the server side anyway. It will like find them the best server to join. Due to ping or actually, yeah, maybe a ping thing. I don't know. We'll see. But just join the random servers. And if you cannot join, let's say 10 servers, it's going to manually look for one that you can join to and just assign you into it. If there is no servers available that you can join, it will spin up a new server and then do this again. And at that point, it will find a server with available slots and then you join that automatically. So you will be on your own for the time being, but that does mean it does mean there will be servers, a new server available where players can join it to. as it's a spin-up server and it'll be networked, I'm trying to make it so the AI is all done on the server side, if that's possible. I know it's easier said than done, but I've not done network AI before, so that's going to be a new one for me. You know.
Understood.
What do you think of that? Because I'm thinking, like, if there's 10 servers already open, at the point that there's no one in it, delete it, of course. That just makes sense. Just get rid of it. It's a waste of resources. But in a situation where there is 5 servers available because they've randomly assigning players to it, one has 10, one has 30, one has 50, 52, let's say. Which one do you join? You should just pick a random one. And if you want to join your friend and he invites you to his server, you would then disconnect from your one and force join that one via invitation. So let's say that server is maxed out 100, you'll still join it anyway. And it won't be like there's no need for like a server list at all in the system at all. It's just going to be you log in and it just puts you into the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because the idea of it is so that every single time you play with new people. Do you know what I mean? And even way to do everything on your phone, like, do you want to VoIP on, like all that stuff. Does a Switch have a mic? It does, doesn't it?
The Switch, that's actually a good question.
Does not have a mic.
Because the Switch is kind of behind. You know how Nintendo was trying to do the whole stupid online party chat function with like Mario Kart or some crap? You had to download an app on your phone.
Apparently, there's mic support, so you can connect a microphone external.
So I'm not too sure on the Switch.
The thing is, what I like about this game is because it's not so shooty, it doesn't care too much about what platform you're on. Like, I can be PC, like, because it's not so shooty, I'll play as good as I do on PC as I would on Switch.
Yeah.
Which I like about it. Yeah, your eye control might be a bit better, but you're more focused on driving, so that will be the same across, won't it? So. Okay. Is there any more things that we need to add, guys?
But if I do, I can always message you.
Yeah, same.
Few basic house models with a instance loading system.
So you're gonna have the houses be instance based?
The internals of it. So the idea of it is
That's how normally people would do it because that frees up resources and.
but it does and it doesn't, because I still want it to be a dynamic walking in. So it's not, you don't teleport. You just open the door and the door's open and you can walk in and out freely. And the idea of it is so that while this is happening, you can stand in the living room and I could be outside on the street and I can see you walk in the living room.
Yeah.
But it's instant because the door's open. So the windows will be blocked or whatever, but you can walk in, do what you gotta do, you know. I can watch you do this, you know, and I can decide to be a nice guy and call the police if I choose to, just to be a dick, to make this harder for somebody. Because that whole point of it is just to be, you know, someone's report a crime, you know, anonymously. I think there's there's a crimes area where what's happening, someone's getting robbed. One of the houses around here is getting robbed, you know, and it leaves it at that. And then a police car will come around looking for houses, and it will just do a scan for houses.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If they see another crime, they see another crime. But the main one, actually, no, let's make it so that they would just look for the house robbery. They will probably ignore the other crimes for now. You know, but there's many ways to do it.
Yeah.
Many ways. And we've got this whole stream documented now, which is good as well. So we can look back at this.
Yep.
The part that's going to be tricky is making the internals of these houses. Not so much tricky, actually, I take it back. It's going to be... It's going to be a bit... It's going to be hard to rip them open, but I'm sure there's a way. A couple of bits of deleting. Do you know what I mean? And like make it so that it's literally just internal wallpaper, you know, and you got whatever you want inside. You got upstairs and downstairs, and you got all of that from inside of that. And that model can be changed in different ways if we ever want to. Because the thing is, it's going to come down to the modeler. You know, how does he want to do it? It's got to fit inside of that house size, but they can go upstairs, downstairs, whatever they want to do. Do you know what I mean? And the game will, because it's instanted, the game will just work out accordingly how it needs to work and work around it. The problem that's going to be difficult is not so much difficult, it's going to take a little bit more work, is the terrain. But that can't be done till last, because the terrain is going to need to be cut out for the houses as well. Like the plots need to be cut out, so that way you can walk up and down without having collider issues.
Yeah. One of the others.
But that's not priority now. We can have basic house right now, basic internal, one floor. You walk in, literally basic map.
Basic, start flat.
Yep.
Basic house.
Flat ground.
Make sure the core components are working.
You can pick lock door. You can pick lock the door. You can enter. You can open drawers.
So you gotta make sure the door system's working and also have the garage door.
Yeah, you can do garage door.
Garage door system.
But I'm gonna make it so you have to pick lock every door, unless doors naturally open. Etc. Pick lock. Input lock doors, which are star locked. Put lock internal doors. Garage door.
Ben, you wouldn't mind checking FPS for me on for Twitch?
On Twitch. So do you mind checking FPS? Which one?
I have it up on my browser and it's saying, well, not FPS, but the skip frame.
Okay.
Over 500, honey.
Whoa, mine?
Almost 600 for skip frames.
On my side?
Yes, what it's telling me. Skip frames.
Because I've not skipped any on my side here.
Is this on your main channel?
Yeah.
On what? Twitch or D-Live or
Twitch, I think.
Twitch.
What's your main channel?
Twitch?
No, but the name of the main channel.
BMWB.
Oh, for your stream. I thought.
Yeah, apparently I'm skipping frames. I think that's actually because of Twitch just being dumb, because I've actually skipped none on my OBS. My OBS is literally on encoding like 0, rendering like 9 out of 640,000 frames. And I've also skipped 0 in network. So I think it's just Twitch being a bit funny with the restream. Are you like, is it buffering for you, Laura? Has the stream like buffered for you at any point?
No, but your speech is extremely slower than what I'm hearing on Discord. And now it's actually buffering now.
Say something, Ben.
Audio test 1 2 1 2. Test 1 2 1 2 test 1 2. Low. Could be a restream server being funky. Because my OBS is fine, guys.
Seems like audio's fine.
I don't know. I just happened to look at it and I was like,
Yeah.
I might say something.
Well, what I'll do then is tomorrow, or today technically, I will stream to a different server on Restream. I think maybe Restream London is having some issues. I'll restream to like France or something and see if it fixes anything for you guys. Okay?
You should be streaming to the closest one, not...
Yeah, which is what I'm doing, but because I'm not having any network issues here. Like if I'm looking at actual OBS, there's no issue on it. But it seems like Restream is picking up some skip frames.
Yeah, your audio seems fine. Skip frames, I just turned you on. Twitch, I mean, it says skip frames 8, but that's probably my end, right?
That's what I don't know. It could be.
It might be your end then.
Because on mine, I've got
like really high. Mine's like 800 now.
800. It could be your internet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be mine then. Never mind.
Because the reason why I say this is because on my Twitch, I've got 13 now, and I'm staring at it, and I haven't moved. But my OBS, it's 0.
As long as your OBS is good, then you should be fine.
Laura, can you do a speed test? Go to speedtest.net and tell me what your download speed is.
Alright, hang on.
Because that could potentially also be why. Because don't forget, my streams are what, 6,000?
Yeah.
And maybe she doesn't have the download speed for it. And that could be why.
Yeah, could be. Ben.
Yes, buddy.
So, when you were away,
Mm-hmm.
someone was streaming to Discord when you were away, and it's from Alina's channel, one of her viewers that I'm buddies with, Benjamin, you should know. He has a Ryzen 3200G. That thing produces some pretty damn good quality.
Yeah?
For OBS.
Yeah.
And I was the performance was not there because obviously he's trying to play Horizon Zero Dawn and stream at the same time.
Of course, yeah.
But I have to admit that he only had 3500 bit rate, and it was using the different AMD encoder that the new chips have.
Mm-hmm.
And it was only 3500 bit rate, and the quality was actually good. It's just the performance wasn't there because low performance PC.
That actually just makes me think. I wonder what it says on my PC, because I've got a Ryzen on this one, don't I?
Yeah, it should say it should say 264, but it should say AMD. It should spell it
ABC.
out.
ABC
Yeah,
encoder.
yeah, that one exactly. And he was using CBR
You
at
can't use
3500 bitrate, and I was
no.
really surprised by the quality.
You can't actually do CBR. You have to do it to X264 standard. Unless he's was on something different, but
No,
I
no, no,
think
no. You use that encoder. You use the AMD encoder, but then at the preset, you get to choose like CBR and all that stuff. He had it
you
CBR.
don't. You only get official on stream.
Hold on.
Because the ABC encoder will use the graphics card, not the CPU.
Okay, I just got it back.
So that's the graphics presets.
Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, the advanced media. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that will use the GPU, not the CPU.
No, yeah. But he was using.
Because you can't do X264 here. Not X. You can't use the CQF or anything on here.
Yeah, the advanced media network framework.
Download speed?
Yeah. Oh wait, there you go. CBR, YouTube streaming.
Download or upload?
Totally fun. I was like, wait, what?
Download speed.
Download?
Yep.
2.4.
That's why.
Upload is shit right now.
Wait, 2.4 megabytes per second.
Only 0.48.
Dude, sorry, did you say?
Download?
I think a download is 2.4 megabytes per second.
I didn't. You cut out from the guard.
For upload. For upload is 0.48.
Ooh,
Jesus.
0.48 for upload. And you said download?
My God.
Yeah, download is 2.04.
Ooh,
Laura.
2.04 for download?
Laura,
Crap.
you without a doubt need to get better internet. Definitely.
And you did speedtest.net, right?
Yes, I did.
So I'm currently downloading Windows Update on a laptop, plus I got BenchStream running in 1080p?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. Hold on. Well, I have BenchStream running on my phone. Then I'm testing the speed right now on this computer. Right now it's 39.37 for my download speed. My upload is 11.62, but normally.
Reminder that I'm on Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
that
that's
could
part
also
of
be.
it too. But yeah, my download speed is usually way higher than that.
To be on the main.
Are you connected 2G Wi-Fi or 5G Wi-Fi?
I don't really know. It's the house Wi-Fi.
Yeah, when you connect to it, like say if someone walks into your house, like, oh, can I connect to your internet on your on their phone? When you would have to bring up the name of the router, and then normally it would say like 2G, 5G at the or in one of the. If you don't change it, it'll say 2G or 5G. Do you know how that would look on yours?
At this point, I would say it's probably about 1. Because it's connected, but it's skewed.
Hmm.
And I really don't know how to fix that.
What I think you need to do as well is connect your computer directly to the internet and see what your speed is actually like. If you have good speed LAN wise, then I would recommend getting a power line adapter. That way you can have it anywhere in the house.
Why is my speed so slow today?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Guys.
I think it's also because everybody around me is also getting ready for school.
That's also, yeah, that could also be why.
The younger kids,
Yeah.
and it's basically draining the internet.
Mm.
Could be why too.
Everybody's using it all get the kids signed up for school.
Hmm.
It's been like that for probably, well, hell, ever since the college students came back. Which was
What?
probably a good 2-3 weeks ago.
It's a question for you guys, okay? Is there anything else I should add before I park the current phase?
Not off the top of my head.
Oh, I just thought of one.
Go on.
What are we gonna do for connecting for voice?
See, I'm not sure yet, because with Windows, it's fine. You can use Mumble. But what if I'm on PC and I want to speak to someone on Xbox? I need someone that connects to that. And also, what am I going to do for the people on Switch who have issues with VoIP? Is like this. Do I just get rid of VoIP completely and have a chat system? I don't know. Not sure yet. Because you do have party chat on PlayStation 4 and you do have one Xbox. Sorry? You say TeamSpeak the only Windows.
Yeah, that's only on PC.
Discord chat, TeamSpeak, all, yeah, Mumble, all only Windows. Xbox One, wait. Vivox apparently supports.
I haven't used TeamSpeak since Final Fantasy 11 online days.
Vivox might be able to. That's what we use at work. Vivox works with PC, mobile, or console, wherever they will play, whether their players are, whether your game is built on Unity, Unreal, or another game engine. Vivox can be integrated in less than 2 days and scaled to millions of players. So Vivox could do it. And we use that at the office as well.
Well, there you go.
Apparently Vivox is free. Apparently. Doubt that. Highly doubt that. Let's just see. It's based on PCU, okay. So depending on how many people use it is when the price starts to pop up. But 5,000 connections for free. So 5,000 concurrent users is the maximum per server. Which is not bad.
Yeah.
You know, because that potentially means I could have an account per server, technically. We're not going to have 5,000 people, but I don't know how the marketing works. Maybe it's a situation where I have a one price and everyone can connect. I don't know. But Vivox could work. Vivox is used for Paladins. It's used for our Vision XR stuff as well. Works, so I know it works. Works really good as well. Cool. Is there anything else? Okay, so is there anything we should add for this first pass? Like things that we should do now? I have as my main ones I want to do for the first pass is first person player, be able to move around using the joysticks, look around as well. A vehicle entering system, not to drive. Sorry?
How to create a character.
How to create a character. I don't know if we should do that yet. I think we should do that like once the main stuff is done. Like there's just the core stuff, yeah. Like models. Like I probably won't even network it yet. There's just no need right now to network it. Do you know what I mean? Not to like it should be possible to play, if not most of the game, offline. Do you know what I mean? Before we start going into servers and all that stuff.
Before you go into any network, you can get the core things up and running.
It's gonna be really cool. Also, question: when you break into a house, should we make it so it's like a little game or not?
What, the lock picking?
Mm.
Turn the lock picking into a little game, yeah.
Make it a little bit tricky.
Yeah. I mean, you got games like Thief, if you've never played Thief, lockpick. There's all kinds of
Skyrim's got a good one with the whole pin.
Yeah, Skyrim, Two Worlds 2, if I remember, has a lockpicking system. I know I played a bunch of games with lockpicking systems, I just can't remember. Or Warframe, we just played that. That's kind of like, you could say it's kind of like lockpicking.
The part that's gonna be hard about the lockpicking bit is without the art.
What art?
Without the lockpicking art for it, for the animation and stuff, it's gonna be impossible.
Yeah. That's why you just get it bare bones if you're gonna have a mini game and then do art. But
do you know what would be really cool as well? Have it so that depending on the door that you're trying to break into, like if you're breaking into like a really posh house, it could have like an electric pin lock on the door instead.
yeah,
So all you actually do is you rip off the lock and you have to like tune the wires. Like the red and the red, the blue, the yellow, the yellow.
I just played a game like that too. I have one, I believe. I just don't remember what it was though now. Oh, it wasn't on my PC. I think I have it on PC.
Like
I
a
don't
bomb
remember.
disposal.
Oh, Legendary on PC kind of does that, but it's not like a mini game. You know, you kind of just hold the button, but yeah, definitely you can see a little wiring going on.
There's a lot we can do. A lot we can do. It's just about how do we do it.
Exactly.
Alright.
Like
Guys,
you want a simple system, but you want an in-depth system.
yeah, like a simple system that you will fuck up a couple of times.
Yeah.
But in doing so, it means you're outside a little bit longer than you want to be. Which means people can spot you. You know, I don't want to be a situation I press a button, I'm not done, you know. It's about getting the times right, the orders right.
Not like that.
You know. And also I want it to be kind of easy. I can do it with a joystick as well, but still mess up, you know. Maybe it's a situation where you press a button on PC or a thumbstick button in, and it like tries to flick up the pin, and you've got to do it in a certain order. Like
there's
the first.
plenty of games that I have that to do that, where like if you're using an actual like lockpick, you actually have to hold the thing up and then rotate the other tool and get the timing kind of right.
See, do you know what I was thinking? As a simple system, look on stream again.
Yeah, I have your stream.
So let's have a system where you've got a couple of like little latches, okay, but there can be up to 10 of them. And you have your pin, you know, as you do, and it goes down. But so let's say you hit this one and then you hit that one and that one.
So like what you're drawing right there, normally you would hit the first one, but you gotta hit it the level of which you push it up at varies from each one. That's what normally.
We can do it like that, or to make it a little bit more of a dick with it, we can make it so it's order based. internally.
Yeah.
So it is literally just a tap, but they got to find the right order.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Dude, I googled YouTube lock picking in games, and you might want to do that.
Oh, look at the art. It's so nice, isn't it?
Yeah, see?
I think that is Skyrim? No.
There's why YouTube there's videos, but like
Gorgeous, isn't it?
there's some
Look at
interesting
that.
stuff, yeah.
Ain't it just gorgeous?
Yeah, see, exactly like that. That's what I'm thinking about. Like you gotta push each one up.
That one is nice. That one is really nice.
See? There you go.
That Tom Clancy
Starting
one.
point.
Gorgeous. But the thing is, the point that makes it so hard is without an artist,
Yeah.
possible. Do you know what I mean? Look at that, man.
Yeah. Just basic. That one looks that one looks good. The other picture was kind of basic.
Yeah, that's a very basic one.
Which is all you need is just something basic for now, just to get
The thing is, mine wouldn't even look like that. Mine would just be a 2D thing that just goes around and goes do 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 do. Just for now, because it can be replaced. You know, nice system like that, and it's got a nice animation to start the first one, and then you've got to do the other ones, and then however you do it in the game, determines if the door opens up or not.
Yep. That picture looks so familiar.
A lot of these do actually.
Oh wait, that one kind of does too. But not from the game I remember. Deus Ex Machina? Wait, what?
Yeah, even that would do.
Yeah, all you need is like a side little thing, like a side view, and then you go.
Yeah.
And then make it more complicated and better, like down the road. It's like, so
See, like,
kind of like how
this-
when you were building the airplane with the turret. So just make a couple cylinders,
Sleeping dogs did it like this.
and then just have a
I really like this reference here, because what it
Yeah.
can do is it could just slightly prop up when it goes around it. So when it goes there, it just props up, then props down. But then when you want to hit it, it goes down and hits it up. It hooks.
something simple
And it
like that.
hooks.
Yeah.
It hooks. But then it's wrong, so they all fall down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, something simple like that.
It's a good reference. that is.
Hey Ben, I sent you something on chat and on Trello.
Sorry?
I sent you something on Trello.
Famstar. Send me Famstar.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. Do you know what they're doing for that? Did you see the announcement on Discord?
I don't know for that.
When did I post it?
Oh, Oblivion had the lock picking. That's the one that's more familiar. This side view.
I don't know where I posted it. Where did I post this thing? Basically, they're doing it so that if you basically support streamers by using the fam stars, eventually one of us gets like a massive like basically they give us money to see like you guys have the most supportive community type thing. I know I won't have the most supportive, but if I can get myself in the tier list just because you guys are dropping fam stars, that's gonna be pog.
So I'll start saving up then, and then just doing those.
Thanks, man.
I know I did the Hunter one first.
So I'm actually gonna go bed because it's like 1:18 in the morning and I gotta get up for work tomorrow. But guys, thanks for all the chat and the ideas and everything today. I think this could potentially become something pretty big, potentially. But like I said, guys, you guys need to motivate me, man, or I won't do it. Because right now I want to work on this. Like some of these assets I already have, you know.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. Like, there are some things I don't have, like, you know, opening doors and things and stuff. But the thing is, once I get basic hands, I could just do some animating, you know?
Yeah.
I can literally just make an animation system that just
And in
does
other
it.
words, I'm supposed to basically say, no playing games. It's time to get work done.
Yes. Exactly that.
So when I come join Discord, I'm just gonna be like, man, get your ass to work.
Pretty much. Because what I want to do as well for the house system, I wanted to make it so that because I don't have a job for the house, so if I make it so I don't have a job to rob that house yet, and I go to rob the house, it should give me an instance where there's nothing to rob in the house. Yeah. But if I then come out of a range, start a job now for that house, and now I've got a house, that same house, and it's like there is a job now to rob it. I then go rob it. It's now going to open up, and the only time it's going to shut on itself is if an AI goes and shuts it, or there's no players in the vicinity for a certain amount of time. Yeah. And once it's shut, the instance dead. The instance dropped completely. There's gonna be a lot of extra loading stuff. Literally, I'm gonna make a system on my servers where it literally will load an ID for the type of instance and what's in that instance. So let's say generic house 1, you know, 1_22, you know. That one has this in this location, this in this location, this in this location, you know. And when I say, okay, this is this one, I want you to, the game's gonna build that house with the stuff in the locations. The part that's gonna be hard after that is also when it's built the stuff, what happens when someone just spawns the game in, the stuff is gonna be there still, you know, so you need to delete them and just things like that, you know.
Yeah.
But that's all doable because I'm not making a game where you're picking up items in your way, you're picking them, loading into cars, you know, you're picking them up and you put them in your bag, you know, they're in your bag, they're on your person. There's a certain amount of you can carry, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
Don't know if we should make it you can rob TVs, but we can look at that in the future. Because I think that's just gonna be too hard. Carrying a big TV, like how's that gonna look? There is no time to play. This is no time for fun. This is work. The war to be done. It's very true. It's very true.
Or when I tell Ben, it's gonna be like, hey, it's game time today.
Literally. Give us to tomorrow. Let's go.
That is a quote straight out of Dr. Seuss books.
Is it actually? That's cool.
Yep. In fact, I can go get the book and read you the title for it. Because guess who has it?
I know. You got it. Guys, thank you so much for the help today and the consideration and ideas. I think this could potentially become something really big, bigger than all of us. And that's something I think would be so cool. Because imagine like what posts and stuff could look like in the future. Like imagine we get this as a proper game, we get like t-shirts and merch made. It'll be pog, innit? Guys, take care. Love you all. See you all in the afternoon tomorrow. We'll do no gaming and we'll do some work. We'll actually start development on this tomorrow. Project Our World on Fire. What do you guys feel of the name?
I don't know yet.
Our World on Fire. Can always be changed, but for now. Our world on fire. Because everyone's being a dick. I'm just gonna fuck up the world. That's what I thought of it. I was like, it's basically like, you know, the world on fire. But I'm thinking how cool it would look like on like a Xbox cover. Our World on Fire. Do you know what I mean? You can just imagine it.
Our world on fire.
Our world on fire.
You say that, I'm thinking like with the name and the how you want your game to be. I'm thinking like this thing needs to look like South Park or some crap. Not just.
No, well, that's honest. If you think it needs a big to do with the name, fair. You know.
No. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying.
No. That's actually a logical point. Like, it does kind of give off the I'll say childish name a little bit. Maybe, but we have time. We can think of better names. We can go for like a whole name suggestion day and just think of loads of names for the game. Nothing is final at all. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I'm just messing around. I'm like, like, what if you took the theme that Ben wants in his game, then you take his name, the name of the game that he wants, and then you add a South Park aesthetic to it, and then you make it not like fully like realistic like GTA. That would be kind of interesting.
No, but South Park style is not going to sell.
No, I know.
Like at all. You know, that not so much. I don't want to make a game to sell. I want to make a game that's fun. Don't get me wrong. But it's going to be fun, but no one's going to play it unless it sells. So it's like two birds, one stone. But South
you gotta
Park
find
is,
the right look for it.
I like the idea of the realism bit, like how Splinter Cell, Thief, Assassin's Creed do their game styles, because it looks so realistic and they're big maps, you know. And the way I see it is, if Assassin's Creed can make a massive map, there's no reason why I can't.
Yeah.
Yes, it's going to be a bit tricky, but it's doable. You know, massive map. If GTA can do it, you know, why can't anyone else?
With the tech that they have now, there's going to be a lot more massive games coming out.
Exactly. That's literally what I'm thinking.
So, just look at Star Citizen. Look how big that game is. So, and then they showcase that. Remember when the new stuff started coming out, and then they showcase like a city where you like this one big city that you're flying through or something like that. Like it had layers. You can go up, down. Like that's the new wave of stuff that's coming. Kind of like Cyberpunk. You can go from the bottom of the building to the top of the building and have a big open world. So they're going to be doing layers like that.
See, I kind of wanted that. Like, another example is Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You can go in, if not every building. Look how big the maps are. Look at Warzone map. Look how massive it is.
Yeah.
There's no reason why it can't be done, you know.
It's just like Beyond Good and Evil 2, the new game that's coming out it's been in development for a while, but you can literally fly to a planet, go through the atmosphere, land on the ground, go into this big city.
Like, or No Man's Sky is like that.
As well.
Or like No Man's
it's kind of like No Man's Sky, but just beefed up to where No Man's Sky should have been.
Well, it's time for bed. Guys, take care. Thanks for coming down. See you all very soon. Tomorrow, a big day for all of us. Gonna actually give this a try. Yep, just like Dr. Seuss says. There's no time for gaming. It's time to making games. Nah, it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to starting a new project. It's been enough time. And it's gonna look way better than freaking Dauntless, man. My god, does that game look horrible on the Switch.
What, Dauntless? You don't like the look of Dauntless?
On the Switch, dude, it looks so pixelated.
Oh, well, I mean, it is the Switch we're talking about.
But the thing is that the Switch can play some good games and make them look good, you know. But oh my god, what did they do with Dauntless?
Yeah.
It's like, let's not optimize the game. Let's just make it really shit quality and then send it on the Switch. Say it works.
Are you talking about the docked version or the portable version of Dauntless on the Switch?
I'm talking about just the Nintendo Switch version of Dauntless.
But docked or undocked?
Well, docked looks like crap. I don't think I played it undocked. I think it still looks like crap. Actually, I have. They both look like crap.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, because it can make a difference sometimes.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, both look like crap.
All right, then, man.
Alright, guys,
Get
take
some
care. See you guys one afternoon. Sleep well. That's what all the suggestions and ideas. We'll chat in the Discord for tomorrow. I'll see you on the next one. See you guys. Night night.
Make sure you check out that video too.
I will do, don't worry.
And the RTX videos that I sent you.
Yeah, we'll do too.
Oh, it's actually from Dr. Seuss's Seussisms, saying, just for future reference.
Oh. Dr. Seuss's. I can't pronounce that name. Seuss's. What?
Seussisms.
Seussisms.
Yes, Dr. Seussisms.
Mr. Seussisms. That's such a name. That is a name, isn't it? Seussism. Bring to the court Seussism. Jesus. That's a mad name. Alright, guys. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming down. Appreciate you guys.
Later.